Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another episode of Overkill Trading. Today, we are taking a look at some chart requests over here from our Discord channel. Okay, we got our Spartans requesting all those names. We got those loaded up in our chart requests playlist. We're going to be hitting all these names today, along with our altcoin watch list. So our altcoin watch list is the orange list that we follow here. You guys can actually get full access to this. I will share the playlist like I always do at the end of the video over here inside of the 10x watch list tab in the Discord. You can look at the same names we're looking at and going over here. If you guys call out any good names, any good altcoins, any good penny stocks, I will be adding it to that list, to the orange list today here on the channel. So gotten a lot of bangers out of these chart requests from you guys, so keep calling them out. Again, the altcoin watch list, our 10x watch list, this is lower cap stuff. So this is like lower market cap, higher risk, higher reward plays. These are what people refer to as altcoins. They call them 10x coins or 100x coins. These are very low market cap, meaning they can run a lot. Okay, they can run really big. So we have about, I think we have about 70 names in that list. And then we have our chart request that we're going to cover today as well. As always, I want to go over the trading rules for anybody that is new to the channel. But first, I want to announce that, yes, the $1,000 Bitcoin giveaway is still on over here inside the Discord. You have another 10 days to go ahead and enter this. All you got to do is come over here to the giveaway thread and hit this emoji right here. And that will enter you into the Bitcoin drawing. That is for hitting 1,000 subscribers on YouTube the other day. Thank you guys all for the support, and thank you everybody wishing me a happy birthday today. Yes, today is my birthday, and there's no place I'd rather be spending it than right here with the Spartan Army, baby. Okay, we're in the building, and again, I appreciate all you guys' support. Thank you to the generals, the admin of the servers, and the Spartans, the recruits, everybody that smashes the like, everybody that tunes into these videos. You guys are what keeps it going. You guys make trading easy, and again, I say it in every video. It's a lot funner to win with people than it is by yourself. So it's cool that we have a community that we're all like-minded and out for the same thing, right? To build generational wealth for our families. So with that being said, let's hit the rules real quick. I know I cover these every single video, but it's very important. By the way, I have a trading course over here if you're new as well. That's just accessible for free down there. It's a 6 simple rules we use. You guys can watch a video. I'm going to cover that really quick right now. The first thing is we are not day traders on this channel. We do not day trade. We do not look at shorter term time frames like the minute chart and the 5 chart, which is what a lot of day traders, quote unquote day traders, that flash their Lambos on Instagram and stuff so that you guys buy their courses and things like that. We're not trading those, okay? We're trading a weekly chart. So if I pull up a chart of, this is Tesla right here. Okay, let's look at Tesla. The best time to enter Tesla was right here. Okay, and I'm going to explain why here in just a second. Okay, this was a massive move to the upside. I mean, that was an insane gain. That was back in 2020. So again, the first rule of what we're following here is the weekly chart. We're trading a weekly chart. We're looking at a weekly. Yes, we could zoom into the daily and look what's going on the shorter term, but our main focus is the weekly. So what we look for in rule number 2 is a break above the 50-week moving average. So if you guys don't know what the 50-week moving average is, it is the light blue line on our trading indicator. Okay, light blue line on the trading indicator. That is the 50-week moving average. So that is the average price over the last 50 weeks. Okay, there's about 52 weeks in a year, so we call this the 1-year moving average. Technically, it's the same thing. We call it the 50-week moving average, though. So we only want to trade assets trending above that light blue line. So we don't want to buy assets when we are down below it. You can see Tesla right now is way down below the 50-week, meaning it is in a bear market. Okay, when it's above it, it's in a bull market. We're going up. Okay, the price is going up. Therefore, as traders, we want to follow rule number 2 and only trade assets above the 50-week moving average, because we want to trade with the trend. We don't want to trade against the trend. Okay, there's a saying, the trend is your friend. Okay, the trend is your friend. And how we are notified and how we understand whether we're in an uptrend or a downtrend is we're above that 50-week moving average. That 50-week moving average is our mean. Okay, that is our average price, right? We're playing the yearly average price. So the best setups are always into that 50-week moving average. Sometimes there's bounces off the 9. Okay, this is the 9-week moving average. These are all just different moving averages. They are the most popular moving averages used among traders. The fact that there are millions of other traders that are using these same exact indicators, okay, hedge funds use these, big money uses these, smart money uses these. They're using the same exact strategy. They understand that they don't want to be buying Tesla, right, when it's up here at a massive premium off that yearly average price. Because when something is expensive, it's really just overpriced. So right here, if you were buying Tesla back in February of 2020, you were buying it at a 60% premium, okay, meaning it was 60% off of that light blue line. Okay, and then what happens? So once assets get to about 50-60% off of the light blue line, that's typically when they pull back. Okay, once we get there, that's actually when we're taking profits. Okay, so you can see right here, it pulled back into the light blue line. This was a perfect setup on Tesla. Okay, so we identified the breakout, and then it pulled back. So the next thing we look at in the trading rules is our trading indicator. Our trading indicator, you guys can get access to by coming to this thread over here. There's a link right here to download it. You guys can support the channel and literally load all of these lines and this trading indicator into your TradingView account. You do need a paid TradingView account. I believe it is $15 a month to use. Okay, but you can get access to the same exact tools I'm talking about right here in these rules. So again, rule number 3 is using our trading indicator. So what we look for on this is we look at the light blue line. That is called the stochastic RSI. Let me make this bigger. So this light blue line you guys see on the chart is, think of it like a wave in the ocean. Okay, it's like a wave in the ocean. So we want to get in at the bottom of the wave and sell it at the top of the wave. So the most important thing to identify is where that wave is when you're buying. If it's way up here, okay, you're not getting it at a good price because this is where we want to sell. We want to get it as close to 0 as possible. Tesla pulled back to about 4 on the stochastic RSI. Okay, so it pulled back to 4, boom, and it bounced right on that 50. That was the perfect entry. You had the first green candle right there, followed by the green dot. The green and red dots are the second thing you want to pay attention to. Okay, we're trying to enter on names either before, the week before, or the week of the green dot, because a green dot means we are reversing to the upside. Okay, we are reversing to the upside. Okay, and if you actually pull this up again, you can see this light blue. Okay, so when it goes from dark blue to light blue, that's when you get the dot. Okay, so we want to hold during this light blue period. And where we are looking to sell, okay, our selling strategy is when the blue line here, all right, our wave line, our stochastic RSI hits the white dotted line. That's where we like to take profits, right up in this area. Okay, we might not always get the exact top. Okay, we might not always get the exact top, but that's not our goal as traders. Okay, we're never trying to time the exact top or the exact bottom. We're just waiting for the signal from our indicator. So again, the signal to sell is when that stochastic hits up here on the white dotted line. Again, not trying to time the top. We want to sell into the green. Okay, I'm not going to lie. This last move up that we have, I got out of it a little bit late. I got greedy. Okay, I got greedy on XLM. I should have been selling, right? I should have been selling up in this area. Okay, when the stochastic was up there, I decided to hold, and I thought we were going to get this reversal, and then they flush it down. The move is still on, right? We're still above that. There was probably a bunch of stop losses right here. I'm still holding a position, but I reduced my position. But if I would have been taking profits up here and following my strategy like I preach on this channel, it didn't quite hit the white dotted line. That's the problem. It was like inches away, right? So I took a little bit of a loss on that trade. I think it was like a 13% loss on XLM. I took, but again, you're not going to win them all. I'm still holding a position, but looking to enter again on the next green dot. So when the green dot comes or I get a doji candle, I still like this doji candle right here. This is a nice setup at the moment. And we'll get to Bitcoin here in a sec. I know Bitcoin's down 3% today and people are freaking out, but folks, I think we're in a good place right now. I definitely look at an XLM here. I would still be a buyer. I'm a holder of the name, but I'm looking for this to get 60% off of its average here to sell. Okay, so we're still in a consolidation period in my opinion on XLM. Okay, consolidation is not a bad thing. That's smart money. Okay, smart money is like the billionaires, the hedge funds, the trillionaires. Okay, they like consolidation. They like it when it's quiet. No one's talking about XLM. It's because it hasn't had a massive run up like this yet. Okay, when it runs up massive like this, like it did back here in the last bull run in 2021, this is when everyone's going to be talking about XLM. You guys know that. Okay, because the public doesn't start talking about it until it gets up here. Okay, we're trying to get in before the public because in the end, we're typically selling to the public. Okay, we're selling to the public that's that's trying to, you know, pump it on Twitter. They think they know something on Twitter, and they're going to say, oh, buy it, just like they were on, what was that, FET? Okay, right? They're pumping it up here. They're not talking about it down in this area, right? They're not talking, maybe in this area a little bit, maybe in this area. But again, these things happen. Then we get the bull trap, the return to normal. So again, the biggest goal is to make sure we're trading assets above that 50-week, and we want to buy as close as possible to the 50-week. This was the time to buy FET right here. Okay, nice big move up. It pulled back. There's your green dot. This thing ripped. Okay, that was a beautiful trade on FET right there, FET. 459% on that trade. Okay, that's... I got that thing in the mail the other day from Edward Jones saying if I give them all my money, they're going to pay me 5% a year. If you would have made this trade right here, you would have made 450% in the matter of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks. Okay, and all you're doing is just following the strategy. Okay, 4 to 5 weeks. That's our goal. So that's the kind of the time frame. We're more as swing traders over a weekly standpoint, rather than, you know, on the hourly here, right, on the minute chart, just trying to like buy here, sell here, buy here, sell here, buy here, sell here, buy here, sell here, buy here, sell. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to do that like every couple of months. Okay, boom, hold for 4 weeks, make my 400% and get out. And again, I want to buy as close to this as possible. Yes, we can bounce off the 9-week EMA too. This is what I like to consider the momentum EMA. This is the 9-week EMA. Again, that trading indicator link will just load up everything that I use and everything that I'm talking about today over here in the Discord under the trading indicator tab. It'll load everything up into your TradingView account so you can actually see for yourself what it's doing. When I'm not around making videos. We do drop videos twice a week here on this channel, one on Wednesday and one on Saturday. The Saturday videos, we like to go over our overkill watch list. That is the more well-known names like Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, right, CRO, Shiba. We go over those names. And then on Wednesday, what we're doing today is we're hitting the altcoin watch list, like I said at the beginning. So we'll get into these chart requests here, and I think that's it for the rules. I think I covered almost everything. If I missed something, just don't be greedy. Make sure you're taking profits at the white line, the white dotted line. Okay, that's a very, very good rule. And I might even get into another strategy to share with you guys on how to sell, and that's regarding the daily chart. So the daily chart has these big red dots. Somebody was asking about these today too. You can see how some of these dots, for example, this dot right here, this red dot had nothing down here below the RSI. Right, you can see there's some green here, green here. These dots are more comfortable to buy on than these. Okay, this is considered a big red dot. This is considered a small green dot. A small green dot always comes no matter what, but sometimes you'll get the big green dots. And if you come here and set an alert on the trading indicator, you can actually just click on right click and hit add alert. So there's 2 types of alerts you can set for buy signals. The first one is a small green dot, which is the one I use because I want to be notified of every single green dot. Okay, if you just do the big green circle, okay, you're only going to be notified of the big green circles down here. So that's just kind of a way to think about that. But I like to use for another selling strategy outside of the white dotted line. I still think the white dotted line is probably up there as one of the best. But you can come in here to the daily chart, okay, and you could sell the big red circle. So I would set alerts to sell names if you wanted a different sell strategy to test out. Okay, and I'm actually going to test this one for this cycle, but I'll come in here and set a big red circle on the daily. This isn't the weekly, this is the daily. Okay, that means I'm going to only sell, right? Look how accurate these big ones were. Okay, that big one came right here. Okay, at 55, it also came, well, I guess it came right there too, but you got 2 right there to get out. I would have been out on the first one. Okay, then this one came right here at $2. It ended up going to 3. But still, that's pretty dang close. And then this one came up here at about 3.5, and then it sold off to about $1.80. So those are, in my opinion, pretty accurate. And I was actually looking at a couple of names just using that daily strategy. There's one that came right there. Okay, another one came over here. So it's really just a matter of preference for you guys. I personally like to use the weekly, okay, when we touch this white dotted line, because that's when we get to the top of the wave of the time frame we're on. Okay, yes, it could run another 10-20% afterwards, but it should pull back. And yes, you have these pullbacks. And again, we're not trying to time the top ever, guys. We're not trying to time the top. That's the worst thing we can do is time the top. Okay, we want to get out around the top. And the best place to get out around the top, I believe, is at the white dotted line on the weekly. Boom, when that taps, you sell. Look at that. That came March 11th. March 11th, look at that. That was the top. That was 75K. 75K that week, that's when it hit the top. Boom, that was your opportunity to take profits on Bitcoin right there. Yes, we're putting in a bull flag right now. I still think we have to hold 59K here. As long as 59K holds, like if this doji candle holds in the next week and we get a move up, okay, you're going to see a green dot on this chart probably come next week. Okay, if we close at these levels, if we close above 64 on Bitcoin, you guys are going to see a green dot on the chart. And the last couple of green dots have been very, very accurate in regards to direction. Okay, that one resulted in about a 70% move from 25 up to 45. This one resulted in a move from 40 up to 75, and we're still in an uptrend. Okay, we're actually still above the 9-week moving average, meaning the momentum is still very, very strong. Okay, there is a chance that we can come down to the 50, but we just have that in the back of our minds and understand, like, that's a possibility, right? A stop loss could be set at 59,000 here for a trade. I took some positions on altcoins this week just because of this doji candle. I don't know which way we're going to break. It's kind of a 50-50 flip right now. So my strategy entering here on names after I took profits was 50% now on this doji bouncing on the 9-week. Okay, because that was what we did back here, and that's what we did around here, right? The 9-week has been the support. So I'm adding 50% now, playing a move up, and the second I get the green dot on the chart, I'm going to average down. The next green dot could be down here on these names, but guess what? That means I'm going to buy half here and half here at 45 if that happens. If it comes next week, great. I'll still get in at a good price. Okay, at the price I got in first. And of course, my stop loss, which is our rule number 6. Stop loss means you have to sell your position if we break the level. Okay, if 59K breaks and we close below 59K, if we close below 59K, I'll sell. Okay, because we'll probably end up riding down to 45, and I don't want to ride that dip. I'd rather buy it down there at 45 than ride a move all the way down there for a month or two. But as long as 59K holds here, I'm going to be bullish on Bitcoin. Okay, as long as this doji holds. If 59K breaks, everything I just said does not matter. Okay, we're going down to 45 if 59K breaks. I believe that is what will happen. Okay, but as long as that holds, I'm remaining bullish on the name. And once the green dot comes, that will be the absolute confirmation. I don't think it's bad to be entering some positions here. Again, the white wave here, which is a new indicator that I have actually added in to our trading indicator here. So if you come up here to settings, okay, what you want to do is go to scales and lines. I'm sorry, where was it? Okay, you come down here. If you want to add it, if you already have purchased it, this is what you need to do. You need to come up here, and you need to come to your indicator right down here, hit the settings cog, okay, and you want to show the fast wave trend. So the wave trend is this is the wave trend, right, the blue, but there's also the fast wave trend. So this is more important to understand in like bull markets like we're in right now. It's the same thing as the blue wave. When we're down here, this is when you should be entering positions. Okay, the lowest this white wave has gone is about to -20. It's sitting at -10 right now. Okay, so that's also something to take into consideration in fast-moving markets like this and extremely bullish markets. Okay, and you got the stochastic around right at the level where we bounced last time at 31. Okay, so 31 was where we bounced and got the green dot last time. It's sitting at the same level as last time it bounced. So that's also something to take into consideration. So I'm not a perma bear or a perma bull. Things change every week. We're weekly chart traders, so we're looking at this every week. We might be bearish one week and bullish the next. Okay, it just really depends on what the chart's telling us. A doji candle is bullish in my eyes. I like the doji candles. I like where we're at on the stochastic. Yes, we're missing the green dot. That's going to be the absolute confirmation to fire the cannons, right? Okay, we're not there yet, but we are preparing. We are preparing the cannons. We're getting it cleaned, right? We're reloading here, ready to go. So that's the stance on Bitcoin for today. Let's go ahead and jump into your guys' requests. Here's Tesla. Okay, Tesla, I'm still short. Yes, it's up 10% on the day. Don't let them fake you out here. Okay, this is an extremely, extremely bearish trend. You can see the same thing happen here on Tesla. Let me just go ahead and hide this volume indicator here. Okay, so you can't see the volume, but look at this. Okay, came all the way down. Okay, because it was using the 9 as support or as resistance. It wasn't breaking the 9, wasn't breaking the 9, wasn't breaking the 9. Broke out over it, bounce. Okay, don't catch a falling knife here. I still think Tesla could come down here to $1. Okay, but I did see that there was some news called out over here in the Discord about Elon Musk. Yeah, he sold none of his Bitcoin in Q1. So Q1 is from January to March. He's still holding all of his Bitcoin. He sold 0. He took profits. He did not take profits at all. Okay, so he's still holding. So that's good news. And that shows on Tesla's books there. So Tesla, I'm still short, guys. I'd actually be shorting a bounce like this. Okay, I'd be shorting a bounce like this. They actually beat on their earnings, so yeah, I would see how it reacts to earnings. Okay, if we get one of these inside candles coming, we'll take a look at it. But right now, yeah, it's up 10%, but it's down 30% on the week, and it's still below the 9. So what I want to look for on Tesla, it's going to set up, guys. I was thinking about this the other day. We're going to get a really good trade on Tesla one of these days. It's going to be really, really good. Okay, we're going to get something like this. This is what we want to watch. Breakout, pullback, rip. Okay, breakout, pullback, rip. We need the breakout. We need the confirmation that this move to the downside is over. How do we notify that? We watch for a big, massive move like this. And if you look at volume here, okay, watch the volume trigger in here too. Okay, this is the big smart money. Okay, smart money coming in. Okay, they're coming to save it. That's either Elon Musk buying more shares, right? Maybe he sells his Bitcoin and starts buying his Tesla shares. Okay, Tesla shares are going to go up in price. Okay, then we're going to get a little pullback because they're going to take profits because it just bounced from 100 all the way up to 200, took 100% gain. Profit take it, profit take it, profit take it. Boom. This is where we're making, when we're making that higher low. Okay, when I say higher low, we're bouncing at a higher spot. Okay, we're getting a green dot at the spot that's higher than the previous. So this one got the green dot, boom, ripped up. Okay, and then what happened here? Bang, green dot at a higher spot with a doji, rip. That was our trade right there. This trade back here netted you a massive amount. I mean, this was breakout. I mean, that wasn't no 100%. That was a 600-700% move on Tesla. Okay, you're talking about a 750% move. It actually went all the way up to 430 there. So that was actually 1,000. That was a 10x trade. I mean, you put in 10 grand right here on this trade. If you would have sold the exact top, you would have made $100,000. That's no joke, folks. That's no joke. You only got to do that like once or twice and you're a millionaire. Yeah, two or three times. So Tesla, that was a beautiful trade there. Okay, beautiful trade. But right now we're short. We're short on Tesla, not looking to buy it, waiting for that breakout. Here's BNB. I'd be taking profits up here. It just looks. I mean, you could play the momentum here. Just set a stop loss at 500. If it breaks down below 500, sell it. I'm taking profits up here, honestly, guys. On this, you're looking at a 40% premium. I think it could maybe go another 20% if possible. Okay, but waves way up here right now. Again, I want to be buyers down here. If you're playing it, play these doji candles with your stop loss. Okay, 500 is your stop loss. Here, this is a bull flag, and yes, if the markets break up, it should rip. But just make sure it holds that 500 level. It's looking like we might have one leg up. We might get a leg up here on a lot of names. And as long as these levels hold, right, as long as 500 holds on BNB, you could be bullish. Because if that breaks 640, 650, that's going to be interesting. I'd be a holder with a stop loss at 507. And yeah, it's either going to break 645 or break down below 500. So that's the trade on that again. I'd want to be buying it down here closer to the 50. Okay, I don't like to buy things at a 40% premium. So I'd be a holder, again, with a stop loss at 507. If it breaks 507, I would sell. HGX is looking good. Coming into the 50-week here. Okay, our 50-week moving average is sitting right on it. Okay, what you could do is wait for the green dot, or you can anticipate that coming because, again, we have that RSI down here on the floor. We got the wave trend down here as well, that new white indicator on the charts. Okay, same kind of thing. We want to buy down here in this area, buy down here in this area. When this is down here and the stochastic is down here, that's a great place to look to enter, especially sitting here on the 50. HDX looks good. Just use a stop loss and call it a penny. Okay, and again, a stop loss is just the level, right, we're bouncing at. So we're bouncing right there. Okay, if you want to play the move off the 50, okay, about a penny is going to be your stop loss. I always round down to the nearest whole number or penny. ALCX is still looking good. Stop loss on this one's going to be 22.45. I'd be a buyer of this name here with a stop loss at 22.45. That one's normally on our altcoin watch list, so I'm actually going to put that to the looking to buy list there. The purple list is our looking to buy list. I cover that list on Saturdays, so if you guys want to subscribe, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe button, also the bell so you never miss a video. Those videos dropping on Saturday, always 7 p.m. New York time, and Wednesdays for the altcoin watch list. I always answer chart requests in both videos, so if you have chart requests for Saturday's video, make sure you come over here and get them in the chart request thread inside of the Discord. ASTR also looks good here. I'd be a buyer of this with a stop loss at, call it 8 cents. 8 cents is the stop loss. Stochastic on the floor. Okay, wave trend on the floor. Okay, the fast. What are we going to call this? The white wave. We're going to call it the white wave. Okay, we got the stochastic on the floor, the white wave on the floor. Okay, we're missing the green dot, but that could come here next week if we get the confirmation of this doji. If prices keep consolidating like this throughout the week, if we just keep going sideways and not really move at all, just like Bitcoin's kind of doing, bouncing between 64 and 66, like it's not going anywhere. Okay, it's going to break one way or the other, but we'll see what happens. I got a macro stop loss at 8 cents on this. Okay, if it breaks that level, okay, sell because the trend is going to break. But this looks really good here. I'd actually be a buyer of this. I'm not going to add it to my list, though, because it's not on Coinbase, and I only look to add names to my watch list that I can buy. I don't have Binance or a ton of exchanges. I just use Coinbase, and this isn't a plug for Coinbase. I just think they're the safest because they're a publicly traded company, and they have a lot of institutional and government backing. Here's STX. Looks like it wants another leg up. Okay, what I do on this is stop loss at 241. Again, white wave down below, stochastic getting close. We'll probably be on the floor here next week. And again, if we get a green candle next week, you'll probably see a green dot. You will see a green dot next week if you get the price action holding 240 here. I believe that will come. So next week, I think you're going to see some alerts going off here. If you guys don't know, these names that we follow, these altcoins and these, we got H-bar showing a weekly on the green. We had a couple. Brim had a ninja trade on this. He sold the absolute top, but H-bar showing a green dot this week. So you actually get alerts on names that we follow over here when you're a member of the Discord. If you guys aren't familiar with the Discord, there's a link in the description and pin in the comments section. There's also a video right here that will go over everything that you get inside of the membership. $7 a month, the cost of one Starbucks coffee. Or Big Mac burger, either one. Okay. STX looks like it wants more here, though, folks. True stop loss is going to be $2. Call it $2. Call it $2. Okay, let me sit down here for a sec. We're working, baby. Okay, Wednesday, April 24th, by the way, is when this is being recorded. If you guys are catching the replay, shout out to everyone that's watching the premiere. Let me know you're watching. Drop a comment. I read every single comment on TikTok and on YouTube, Twitter as well. I'm pretty active on all three platforms, so always answering your guys' comments, taking your guys' questions, your requests. A lot of the time I could be reaching Discord. We are active over here, folks. Active over here. Okay, constant communion. Okay, I learned just as much from you guys as you do from me. And again, thank you guys for all the birthday wishes today. No place I'd rather be spending it than with the Spartans, baby. Let's go. Okay, CTSI. Okay, white waves down on the floor, stochastics down on the floor, just missing the green dot, but that thing should come here shortly. Okay, nice pullback into the 50 here on CTSI. This looks interesting. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and add this one to the looking to buy list as well. I want to make sure we have an alert set up on this. So I have my own custom alerts that will go off inside the Discord for you guys when you're a member. You never miss an alert on any of the names that we follow on our watch lists. So I'm going to add this one once per bar, do a small green dot. Boom. Okay, that's going to call out that green dot when it comes. That will be your confirmation, but I like buying in this area. Okay, again, I want to buy as close to the mean as possible. Okay, the mean, again, my target price is always at least within a 15% radius of this line, right, of our mean. So this is sitting like right on it. It's actually a little bit below it right now. So if I'm long on CTSI, yes, I want to be accumulating here near the mean because that's what we do, right? We want to accumulate as close to the mean as possible, and it's sitting right on it. So again, I'm a buyer. I wouldn't be putting on my full position here, right? I'm not saying take a full position, but start to nibble. I like to determine whether or how big my position size is. Okay, so if I want to go 20% of my total portfolio, I'll never go all in on a name. I'll never put it all in at once. Okay, I'll always spread it across at least 4 to 5 names. Right now, I'm holding, what am I holding right now? I'm holding 5 names: ICP, VeChain, XLM, Link, and MSOS. Okay, MSOS is a stock, but I'm spread out. So I don't want to exceed, if I got 5 positions and I have a full position on, I should have 20% in each name. Okay, but I'll buy in bits, right? And when I'm taking profits, I'll raise cash, and then we'll sell right when we get to another point where it makes sense to buy and not take profits. Because again, we're traders. We're trading the waves. We should be buying down here, selling up here. take profits, buy when it dips again, okay, when it makes sense, when we get our signal. Okay, so that's what we're looking for. So if you're taking a 20% position, right now, you could take a 5% position, you could take a 10% position, you could take I would never exceed 10 on any one position, but I never go over 20 to 25% on any one position. Okay, I'll never be over 20%. That's just too much. I want to have at least enough for 5 names at once. 5 names is manageable. There's some people that do 15, 10, 20. I like 5. 5's a good number. Okay, once I get to 10, it just starts to get to be too much to manage because I'm just adding to these names because the macro trends are up, right? So I'm adding on these pullbacks. I'm buying into the mean. Okay, I want to buy in this area. Yes, we're sitting 10% off and we can dip down to 13 or maybe 11 again. I don't think Chainlink's going to break 1140 here. I just don't. It bounced. That means there was a lot of buyers down here, a lot of buyers. Okay, now we're getting a doji, meaning there's no more sellers. Okay, they flushed out all the stop losses they needed to flush out. Okay, and now it's go time. Okay, the buyers can come back in now because we're down here on the floor. Okay, so boom, that's why I added a chain link. On the next green dot, I'm going to enter my second position. So I only have like a 10% position on this. So I'm still sitting about 30% cash. And I try to go, I don't try. I do drop all my trades over here in the Discord when I take them, and I'll tell you why I'm taking them and my reason behind taking them. I look at it as documentation. Okay, documentation. I'm typing all this stuff out, and if I'm not going to follow it, okay, it just doesn't make sense. But it makes sense to write down your trades, guys. Get a notepad or something like that, and write down why you're buying it and what your goal is. Right? I'm always going to say I'm looking to hold this for, I'm looking to buy 50% now, and I'm going to buy 50% on the next green dot. Okay, so I'm taking 10% of my position. Remember, I told you I don't want to exceed 20% in any one position. So 20% is a good general rule if you only want to hold 5 assets at once. If you want to hold 10, do 10%. So what I'm doing is I'm taking 10%, which is about 50% of the total position I want to take now when this stuff's on the floor and we're sitting around the average price, and another 50% on the green dot. So yes, if we dive down and the green dot comes here at 12, I can average down. I can get the other half at a cheaper price. Okay, if it comes next week, I'll probably end up getting it around the same price that I bought it for. And then that green dot will come and I'll ride it up. When I get the stochastic up here on the white dotted line, boom, that's when we're taking profits. Okay, not worrying about taking profits down here, right? We don't want to sell down here on the floor at the bottom of the wave. This is where we should be thinking about accumulating. Okay, I don't care what the news says. Okay, if we're into that line and we're above our mean, folks, we're in business. We're in business. We should be aggressive. Okay, be aggressive. Okay, and again, using a stop loss to mitigate our risk. So this is like a $3 loss on my position. So I don't know how much that is, 30%, 23%. So 23% of 2% or 20% of my portfolio is hardly nothing. Okay, not a big loss if I'm wrong on one of them. Because if you're wrong on one but right on 4, it doesn't matter. Okay, the other ones are going to make up for that little loss that you took by selling your stop loss. But Chainlink's a good company. Again, we just broke out of a big old downtrend. Boom, broke up. Doji candle. I mean, this thing looks fine right now. I really like it. Let's go back to the requests here. CTSI, we added that one to our looking to buy list there. I will post our watch list after this in the Discord. Here's TRX. I'm going to be a buyer of this name as well here. Okay, again, you got the wave down here on the floor. So I'd be looking probably taking 50%. This looks really good down into the 9. TRX isn't on Coinbase, so I'm not going to go ahead and add that, but that looks really good coming down into the 50 there. Go ahead and call this out for you guys. Let's see here. Oh, shoot. Wrong button. Confirmation. Bang, dude. Okay, that looks good, though, coming down there. 9 cents, around 10 cents is a good stop loss, but that wave is way down there. That one looks like it wants a lot more, too. Okay, TRX looks good. It's not on my watch list, though, because, again, I can't buy it on Coinbase. Here's ARB. This one's now sitting below the below its 50-week. $1 would be a good stop loss on this one. Again, everything's on the floor here. Okay, direction's starting to go to the upside. These candles are getting smaller, right? They wicked it down. They flushed everybody out, scared all the retail out. Okay, all the retail's running scared. Where were we? Okay, down here on the cheat sheet. Okay, Oh no, I just watched my portfolio go down 40%. No one ever likes to watch that. I don't think you actually know what that feels like until it happens. Okay, you want to avoid that. Okay, that's why we get out up here, taking profits, not messing around in this area. We'll just wait till that thing's back on the floor. ARB looks good. Okay, great. The next green dot, I'll buy it. I'd be a buyer. Okay, and then ARB is the name. Okay, that was your guys' request. So again, wait for the confirmation. That will be called out over here in Overkill Alerts. Okay, it'll say boom. Or you can go get the indicator for yourself right now, and you could see when it comes yourself if you don't want to check the Discord. Either way, okay. Next green dot will be a buying opportunity there on ARB. Here's Mina, also looking good down here on the floor. 75 cents. Okay, I think altcoin season's about to pop off here, folks. If these levels hold, it's about to get crazy. Okay, 75 cents is a good level to watch it. You got the wave trend down here now. Stochastic on the floor. Okay, the fast trend. This is kind of ahead of the game, telling you where it's going to go next. It's a little bit ahead of the blue. Okay, the blue wave is more of a slow lagging one. This one is more fast. It's quicker. And again, all you got to do to add that, if you guys already purchased the indicator, you just come here. Okay, and then you come down to, you hit this little drop arrow, right? Boom, that pulls up the settings for the indicators. Boom, you come here to settings. Just make sure this show fast WT is on. Okay, bang. Okay, make sure that is on. Okay, and you'll see the white show up there if you guys are using the indicator. Okay, if you got that from over here in the Discord. Okay, everything is set up perfectly, just how you need it. Okay, and if you want that fast trend, that'll just tell you when the trend is moving a little faster than the blue wave will. So that's a doji candle right there. Mina looks good too. I'd set a stop loss at 75. I'd watch that level. Okay, and the next green dot I would be in. I'd be in on the next green dot. Here's where's this going? This one's going in the look at the buy list. Bang. ARB's also going to go into look in the buy list as well. Because if it's on the look in the buy list, technically we're looking for a green dot. We're looking for a green dot if it's on the purple list. So if the name's purple, that's the list we cover on Saturdays. Okay, here's perp. Perp also down here on the floor as well. Okay, current level to watch on that one's about 89. Okay, again, green dot will be the signal. Let's go ahead and add that one as well. Here's Cody. Cody's trying to bounce here at 12. Okay, that's an easy trade for you right there off that doji. Okay, everything again starting to point up here. That doji candle is massive. Okay, I think they flushed a lot of people out. Came back, touched the 50 exactly. You guys see that? 50, boom. True stop loss is 9. Okay, that's about a 30% risk though. If you want to lighten the risk, it's 11, 12. But oof, this one looks good too. Cody looks really good. That was on the look at the buy list from last week. Okay, so last week we called that one out, and that one's up a little bit this week. And again, green dot will be the tell, but that's a nice doji candle. The doji candles are the reversal candles we like. Okay, those are the ones we like. That's how you anticipate the green dot. Okay, looking at a doji candle. I dropped a video on doji candles the other day. It was actually the latest video. I went over doji candles. You guys can watch that over here in the Discord. It's under the latest video tab here. Okay, boom. This one from May 20th. I talk about dojis. But if you guys don't know what a doji candle is, go look it up on Google. Okay, it is a reversal candle. Buyers are stepping in. Direction is changing, right? Big red, big red, big red, doji, buyers. Big red, big red, big red, doji, buyers. That means the sellers got weak and the buyers stepped in and bought the dip. Okay, so again, anticipating the green dot here by buying on dojis. Okay, but it can also go against you as well. Waiting on confirmation is probably the best thing you can do. It is the best thing you can do on the green dots. Okay, but sometimes it's better to anticipate and dollar cost average. It's just really a personal preference on how you want to play it. Okay, understand there's risk. That's why we set a stop loss though. Okay, if you're anticipating it, set a stop loss at 12 and then add 50% here, and then you could add 50% on the next green dot. That might come down at 9 cents. It might come up at 19 cents. You don't know what it's going to be. No one knows the real direction, but playing the candles, the patterns, because they are, right? History doesn't repeat itself, but it rhymes. Okay, the doji candles are reversal candles, especially if they're coming after wicks like this. This is buyers stepping in, buying the dip, buying the dip. Where are they buying the dip? They're buying the dip right on the mean here, right on the 50 week. Okay, bada bing, bada boom, folks. And when we hit that line, we're either going to go sideways or we're going to lift off here. You guys saw H bar today. H bar's coming up here on the list, but look at that. Got the green dot, but it's up. It was up 80%. It went from 9 cents all the way up to 18. That was 100% racker, and Brim actually sold at 18 cents. Brim, if you're watching this, bro, that was legendary. All right, he set a limit order at 18. It went up there, hit 18, and then just dip down. It's sitting at 12 right now. So on a big move like that, on a candle up 70%, what you could be doing is watching the hourly chart for pullbacks here, because this thing just did the ripski, right? Did the ripski, and now it's pulling back. So this is hourly, is a lot shorter time frame here. So you could use the same tactics, just buy the next green dot, right, if you want to play it, because that dot is green, okay, which means, right, more upside. So that was at 18. That was a massive pullback. I mean, that was 33% pullback. That's a big pullback. Okay, it's just happening really fast right now. People are used to that happening over the matter of weeks. It's happening in literally hours right now. Okay, so I would be a buyer if you guys want to play this H bar. Yeah, if hopefully you didn't buy at 16, 17. If you did, just be patient, right? You got a green candle right there. Buyers stepping in, selling off a little more. Okay, the buyers are still strong. If it comes down to 10 cents, I told you guys when this move happened, if you can get it at 10 cents, get the truck. Okay, we're gonna look for that too. I want to actually call this out here on the. I'm gonna call this out here on. You guys gotta get the H bar alert here today. Let's get it, dude. On the hourly. Okay, if you're watching this, you'll know where that came. But that'd be the spot to take a position on H bar on off that green dot there. Okay, because that's a big move, dude. Big move. And I like the pullback here. I mean, 18 to 12 is a big pullback. Okay, so H bar, that's on the looking to buy list as well. I'd probably look to take a position on the next hourly dot like I just told you. Okay, that thing didn't just go off, did it? Nope. Okay, so when that thing comes today, I don't know when it's going to come. It can come by the time it's airing this. It can come before it. It can come after. I don't know. I don't know when it's going to happen, but I think it's going to be today or tomorrow. And if it comes down at 10 cents, I'm going to eat it up, dude. 10 cents would be an epic entry on H bar. Okay, here's dot. Dot looks good too. I'm a buyer. 578 is going to be the stop loss. Okay, 578 on the stop loss on dot. That one's going in the looking to buy list. There's going to be a lot of looking to buys this week with these dojis and where we're at on the stochastic. KGRT's been on the list. This one looks good. Okay, you can move your stop loss. I just keep it at 20. Keep it at 20. GRT looks good. I'd be a buyer. That name BCH. I'm more of a seller. Okay, we're not there yet. Okay, look where the stochastic is. So that's why this one's on the red list. If it's on the red list, it just means we're too high. Stochastic's too high. If it's on the purple list on my screen here, that means it's near the bottom. Okay, that means the stochastic is down here near the bottom. I think BCH has some room to fall. I'd want to buy that one around 301. Dogecoin, same thing. I think that one has some room to go down. Again, I could be totally wrong and this thing blasts off next week if Bitcoin goes, but again, I'm just playing the odds here, folks. Really, I'm just using technical analysis. I want to buy the bottom of the wave. I don't care how much I like Dogecoin. I don't care how much Elon Musk likes Dogecoin. I want to buy when it makes sense. I made my trade on Dogecoin right here on February 19th. Okay, off that green dot. It went from 8 cents all the way up to 22. Okay, I didn't sell the exact top, but I sold near it for 150% gain. Okay, that went 172%. Profits, I'll take them. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, indicator told me to sell, so I'm selling. Okay, again, our sell target is when we hit that white dotted line. That's when we're selling. We're not selling unless it hits it. Okay, when it hits it, boom, we're out. See you later. Take profits, and then wait for it to reset. Wait for it to come back down. Boom, take another entry. Not there yet. Here's TON, taking profits. TON, I'm taking profits on. AKT, this one looks good too. Okay, that one is also blasting off here. Same thing. I'd look for a green dot here. I'd look to enter. AKT looks good. Okay, that was a big move up on the daily there. Okay, the dot isn't really there, but you have to use a stop loss on this at 347 if you're playing it. Okay, this thing's had a massive run here too. Okay, so AKT, I actually want to see what the market cap is of that now. AKT, that's on Coinbase too. It has something to do with cloud services. Okay, it leverages blockchain technology. It's an open source, decentralized marketplace for cloud computing, offering an unpredicted level of speed. Okay, it's a $1 billion company now, so that's interesting. It's on the radar. Yeah. To be honest, that one's a tough one. That one's a tough one there. Okay, the stochastic is on the floor, so I'd be entering here. I'd be taking a position if you're going long on it. Okay, at 347. 347 is the level. That's the bottom of this candle. We did get the signal, but it went away. So it had a big move up, and then it went away. So we'll see how this one goes. If you're playing at 347, but that one is on the look into buy list. I want to see if that green dot comes back here, and what we do here on the hourly, because it's holding up pretty well. I mean, that's a big move, and it's holding up very well. Watch the next green dot on the hourly for confirmation, but that should come back here. It's only Wednesday, so these candles take till Sunday to form. So as long as it holds 350, I think AKT looks good here. I think it wants more. Here's Link. I talked about this already, but I'm a buyer. Okay, stop loss at 348. Okay, I'm averaging in here. Okay, stochastics on the floor. I'm taking 50% of my position now, 50% on the next green dot. Here's mover. Okay, again, down here on the floor. Okay, here's some bars sucking it up here. Wait for the dot. Just wait for the dot. See where it comes. It is below right now the 50 week, but if you're bullish on this name, okay, stop loss at 983. As long as it holds 983, you're good. It could just consolidate here. If we get a green dot and a rip up, that's what you're going to want to capitalize on. So if you didn't sell over in this area, I would average down on the next green dot. Average down on the next green dot on mover, and I'd be a holder of the name. Okay, that's a big boy move all the way up. Okay, now it's pulling back. Wait for the confirmation of the dot. Boom, that'll be your move. Okay, looks good though. Buyer stepping in. Buyer stepping in. Okay, averaging down here. If you're buying right here, you're averaging down here. Really, we were buying down in this area, truthfully. Okay, because that's when the stochastic was on the floor last. Now it's on the floor again, but at a higher price than where it was, right? That was $3. Now it's $9.83. So not on Coinbase, so not something I'm watching, but next green dot, I'd be a buyer of that name. Here's comp, also sitting right there on its average, right there on the mean. Stochastics on the floor, looks good. Stop loss is 43.28. I'd be a buyer of that name. Here's near token trying to reverse here. Nice green candle, set a stop loss at 6. That's anticipating next week's going to continue up. Okay, green dot will be the tell. Okay, wait for confirmation there on that one. ICP, I entered a position on this week, mostly because, again, the wave trend on the white is down here in this area with the stochastic down there. That's double trouble. Okay, and we're getting a doji. So I took 50% of my position. Again, taking another 50% on the next green dot. That's how I'm playing ICP. $13 is the current level to watch. You probably, true stop loss is down here at like 10. So again, if it drops to 10, you probably want to buy it because we're going to be closer to the 50. It tried to drop down to 10, and there was just too many buyers right here to suck it right back up. So this is showing me that there's strength, meaning there's buyers holding it up, buyers coming in, buyers coming in, buyers coming in. Okay, so eventually these buyers are going to want to sell, but they're going to want to sell at a premium. They're going to want to sell it at like 50, not 14. Okay, because that's where they're buying it. They're buying it at 14, and I can tell by all these doji candles. Okay, ICP is also on the look at the buy list this week. Here's Noble. This looks like a stock, a dividend stock. I actually want to start following some dividend stocks here. This is an ETF. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and drop this one. I'm going to put this one into our playlist. That's going to be on the red list for now. Okay, and I want to go ahead and add an alert. Bingo. Weekly chart. Bang. We got a new one added. So Noble's getting added to the list. Again, I'll update all our lists after this video over here in the Discord. Here's Bitcoin. We already went in on Bitcoin. I think we're safe here above 59. I don't think Bitcoin can break 59 at this point. Okay, it's very possible, and if it does, again, it's going to come down to 50K. But I think there's going to be so many buyers there to suck it right back up. It's going to be pretty quick dip. So if we do get a dip, again, if you're sitting 50% in your positions that you want to own right now, you can just average down. You can buy the second half down here because overall, folks, we're in a bull market. This is a very strong market right now. It's not like crazy, but it's very strong. There is a possibility we can come get a retest of this. I've been saying that for a couple of weeks. Okay, eventually I'm going to be right because I keep saying it, but that's always a possibility. A dip like that coming down there. But look what happened the last time that happened. Okay, if we got this big 70% dip, boom, that was COVID. So yeah, we can get, Iran launches a nuke at Israel. Dump. Okay, we can get, that's a possibility. It's always a possibility. Black swan events. Okay, but it recovered pretty quickly, and then it went into a major bull market. So we'll see what happens. I mean, right now I'm bullish. The way Bitcoin's acting right now, 59K is the level we bounced pretty nicely at. And this doji candle, the fact that we're not moving, right, the wave trend, the fast wave trend, the white wave is back down here. Stochastics back where it bounced last time. If it comes down a little bit more, folks, you just take a position. But 59K looks like a very strong support level that we're going to have to try really hard to break. If that breaks, again, I'd just be expecting to average down again at 51 because I think Bitcoin's going to at least 100K in this bull run. There's no doubt in my mind it's going to hit 100K this bull run. I think that's a good round number. and it's bouncing right here on the 9, just like it did right here. So Bitcoin, I'm probably entering. I'm nibbling this week with a stop loss at 59. 59K is the level I'm playing. Solana, same thing. Stochastic down here on the floor looks good. Okay, looks very strong. Okay, 120 is the stop loss. We'll see if that holds here into the end of the week. Again, it's always possible that we could come down and tap our 50 week, but this looks strong, folks. There's buyers stepping in. We got volume coming in. Okay, volume's pretty light. Volume's actually very light. So we're choosing a direction right now. Okay, the whales are deciding what they want to do. Do they want to pump this thing to the freaking moon and blow everybody's minds? Put us into a freaking no paradigm freaking run here, right on the cheat sheet. Oh my God, it's going to 1 million, baby. Yeah. Yeah, I hope so. Because we're just going to sell when it hits that white dotted line. I don't care about no price targets. You guys ask me price targets. I'm like, I have no idea. I'm just going to sell when it hits the white dotted line. I'm not guessing. Okay, Solana could go to 600. If it hit the white dotted line at 600, I'd sell it. If it hit the white dotted line at 300, I'd sell it. Okay, that's the mindset I have to have as a trader. I'm not wishing, I'm not hoping, I'm not praying. I'm just using AI. I am praying, but I'm using AI to help me out with my positions, taking the emotion out of it. Because as humans, we are emotional when it comes to this stuff, when it comes to our money, when it comes to things like this. If you read the AI and you just use what has worked in the past, in my opinion, it's gonna help you out a lot in regards to making decisions. Okay, there's gonna be dips, but there's indicators that tell us, hey, the dip is just about done. Okay, it's ready to go. Okay, this indicator is a gift from God, dude. Like, this is the best investment tool you could possibly have. Again, the majority of people are just going to Edward Jones and handing him tens and hundreds of thousands of dollars, saying, hey, thank you for the 5% when inflation's sitting at 9%. Shoot, we're racking 100, 200, 300% trades here. Okay, what do you think Edward Jones is doing with their money? They're giving it to their traders, and they're trading it, right? Making the 100, 200% moves like we're doing. Okay, and then they're giving you back 5%. There's times to do this stuff, folks. The reason you're getting so many bills in the mail about banks wanting you to come to their bank is so they can take your money and loan it out at 10 times the rate, buy stocks, bonds, and all that stuff, and then loan it out in credit card to the general public and then charge 20%. That's what they're doing with your money because you're giving it to them. You're handing it to them. Okay? So I'm blabbling here. It's my birthday, though. I can do what I want. I'm kidding. God bless y'all, man. I love y'all. Okay, Solana looks good with the stop at 121. And Stochastic is on the floor. We got the white wave down there as well. So again, white wave down here, good time to buy. White wave down here, good time to buy. Okay, if you get the white wave down there with the Stochastic, though, that's like a double trouble setup right there. So 120 is strong support here on Solana. Looks good. I'd be a buyer. Okay, again, 50% now, 50% on the next green dot. I start to anticipate the green dot here on this candle. As long as it holds here. Again, I got to have a stop loss at 120 if I want to mitigate risk. If I'm okay with it dropping down to 87 and buying it again, then great. Okay, that's why we do 50 now, 50 later. Not all at once, 50 now, 50 later, because, again, we're not sure. We can never be 100%. Okay, we can never be 100%, but we could get pretty damn close. Here's Litecoin. Also putting in the doji here as well. New level to watch on that one is 70. I don't think this one breaks 70. Here's HNT still dropping. Okay, don't catch this one. Okay, it's going to set up really nice. That's why it's on the looking to buy list. We'll get the green dot signal on it as well, but it's looking really good. Wait for the knife to stop falling. Wait for one of these. Okay, you see how it came down, went sideways. Okay, this is when we want to buy right here. We should have been eating it up right in here. Boom, boom, boom. Rip, dude. Okay, this is going to set up really nice. HNT, that one's definitely on the look at the buy list, and we will be getting an alert on that one over in ALTCOIN or over in the overkill alert section over here. Okay, that'll be called out just like HBAR was today. Okay, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful setup coming in here. Okay, we don't even have the 50 yet, but if you look at the USDT version of it, that was the Coinbase version. It's probably sitting a little bit below it. Okay, but that's going to set up really nice. We want this action right here, folks. Sideways side. Let the sellers keep selling. Okay, this thing was all the way up here at $60 back in January. 60 all the way down to 3 is a big move down. If it goes back to all-time highs, that's 2,000%. HNT is 1, 2, pay attention to. And they just actually partnered with T-Mobile over the last 2 years. So they're doing something with T-Mobile, one of the biggest communication companies in the entire world. Okay, they have another coin called Mobile, I believe. That's on our altcoin watch list. We'll cover that today, but that just came out. It's a lot lower market cap coin. HNT, I think it's my trade, though. That's going to be good, folks. When that knife stops fall, we get a doji. I'm eating HNT up. Okay, $3.77. Looks interesting. Here's File. Finally got the pullback as well. Again, flush out all the weak hands that were buying up here at 11 when Twitter started talking about it. Okay, boom. We're back on the floor, baby, looking to attack. $5 is the stop loss level there. I'd be a buyer of File this week. Okay, that one should be on the altcoin watch list. It is. So I'm going to go ahead and drop that. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and put File. I like the Coinbase name just because I'm familiar with them. So I'm going to put that one on the purple list. Here's Shiba. I just don't like it. Stochastic's too high. You know, I was a profit taker up in this area. So we're still kind of in that area. I want this thing to get lower. Okay, get lower on the ground. Floki. Floki also too high up for me. Okay, already had its run, in my opinion. Okay, sitting at a 67% premium. Okay, when I say 67% premium, I mean that's how far it is off of our average. 67% off of the mean is not close to the mean. That's like going to the store, going to the grocery store and buying your groceries at 67%. Okay, that's up here in my opinion. Okay, not buying stuff at 67% premiums. Not saying it can't absolutely rock it, but it's just expensive. If I'm ever going to make money doing this, I have to buy stuff low and sell it high. Okay, that rule definitely applies. Okay, CRO also still too high. Still too high for me. Come on down here to 10 cents. It took that dip pretty well. Okay, there are buyers stepping into this, but 10 cents is my level. I'd be a holder of this name at this point. A holder, if it comes down to 10, I'd eat it up. Ooh, look at, what's this? ALF? Ooh, the daily looks pretty ugly there. I need it to break out of that daily there. Oof. That's a big candle with a bounce. Okay, no dot yet, surprisingly. Surprisingly. That kind of looks like a fake out. That is major volume, though. That is big volume. Okay, I'm going to watch 13 on this one. 13 cents. I'd probably be playing the hourly. Okay, again, looking to buy on the green dot on the hourly there for a bounce. That's interesting. That's popping off, though, and coming up here. Direction is in our favor. So that one's on the looking to buy list. And that one looks good. That one looks good with a stop loss. I'd probably put the stop here at 19. Okay, boom. That's where the volume's coming in. You're entering at 22, risking 3 cents to the downside. That's a good trade on ALF, anticipating that that dot there. VRN. VRN sitting right there on the 50. Level of play on that's 450. I can't remember what this one is. So I think someone called this out. Oh, they said it was a cannabis ETF. Oh, if you guys are following the portfolio, by the way, I did take a position on MSOS. Those charts look the exact same. That's crazy. But MSOS is the cannabis ETF. So I think cannabis is going to have a really big move over the next couple of years. We had this big 4-year downtrend, and we're just breaking out over it. Okay, and we're actually sitting right on our mean right now. So that's why I took a pretty hefty position on it. I think it was about, if you count my crypto and stock portfolio, it was about, I guess it was only 5%, a 5% position, but I'm looking to add again to it. I just got to move some money around or get some more money in that account, but I really, really like the direction it caught stocks right now, especially with the monthly chart looking the way it is. Okay, we're way down here on the wave still, and we're just now breaking out. So I'm taking this position based on where the white wave is and the stochastic being close to the floor and us being right on the mean. Okay, right on our mean price. So again, a breakout after a 4-year downtrend is nothing to play around with. And if you pay attention to the volume down here, this looks like somebody that knows what they're doing. This isn't retail coming and buying after a 4-year downtrend, right? These are smart people coming in here and taking their position, in my opinion. So I'm long on cannabis. I'm going to trade the crap out of MSOS as long as it stays above this light blue line. And we've had this 3-week pullback, so that's why I took that position there. Again, I have about a 5% position on my total portfolio, and I would like to increase that, probably double that this week. So I will look to do that, probably today or tomorrow. And again, I just think it's a great time to buy it because we're breaking out of that downtrend. Look at that. You got a green dot on the hourly there. What's the daily saying? Again, the daily's way down here as well. Momentum starting to shift up. I like it. I like it. I want to go average down on it is what I want to do. I'm writing that on my piece of paper. Average down on next green dot. Okay, so on the next weekly green dot, what I want to do is I want to average down. Okay, I want to average down when that comes. Okay, and I'm actually looking to probably play the daily here. The daily probably be the dot I want to average down on. So I'm actually going to go ahead and set that. I only got to set this to go once on the hourly. No, this is the daily. So I'm telling you guys live here what I'm going to do. So when I get this small green dot on the daily, it's going to be called out in the Discord. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to average down that day again. I call out all my trades over here. I told you guys I bought MSOS yesterday. Told you why and everything down here. You guys can get access to that if you're a member of the Discord, by the way. It's free to join the Discord, but if you want access to the premium content, it is $7 a month. All those proceeds go back to the channel and support what we got going on here. So appreciate your guys' support on that. And my goal is to do this full time for you guys one day. So we're already at 2 times a week. So I'm loving the schedule right now. I hope you guys are liking it too and getting the value. Let's get back here to the chart requests. We're looking good today, folks. I like the way we're looking. Okay, we're looking pretty good here. But VR, I'd be a buyer of that too, just because it's cannabis stock. I think all cannabis stocks will be going up if these ETFs go up, because the ETFs have to go up. What does CGC look like? CGC is an old school. That one's about to light up. What was the other one? ARB, was it? Or ABB? I can't remember. What were they? I can't even remember Cron was one. CRON, Chronos. Okay, that one also broke out and pulled back here to 520. Look at that massive downtrend, dude. But it has this move, boom. Okay, that one's a little more extended. But I like playing the ETF on this because you're buying a majority. Like you're buying like 10 at once, and it all goes into an ETF. If you guys don't know what an ETF is, Google it. But pretty much it is a mutual fund. Like it was like a mutual fund. So when you buy the SPY 500, you're buying the top 500 stocks. So when you're buying this cannabis ETF, the MSOS, you're buying a list of cannabis stocks. You're not just buying 1 or 2. You're buying like 10, and then it's weighted how they weight it. So you could actually Google it and go look up MSOS. Okay, and it'll tell. Well, actually, we actually have an info tool over here you could use. It's called research tool. This is a lot easier. You know what to look for. If you do /info and then type in the ticker, MSOS in this case, just hit enter. And it didn't pull it up. Sometimes it doesn't because of how new it is or whatever. But you can see here what stocks make up the most of the MSOS ETF. So it'd be like buying all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these names. So then I can go here and look up. Look at BlackRock owns this. That's hilarious. BlackRock owns everything, damn near. Curleaf. Okay, so this looks like a good one. Okay, this looks like that was up at 17. So this is one of them they have in it. So when you buy the ETF, you're buying that one. You're buying TSND. What is that? TSNDF. There's another one. Okay, that one's still chopping around. So this one looks like it could lift off. Looks like that move hasn't even really happened yet. But, green dot on that one would be interesting. I'm actually going to add this one to the red list, and we'll keep an eye on that one. What's the other one? Curleaf. Okay, this one's going to be on the altcoin watch list actually too, because I believe these are lower cap. So if you look up Curl, so again, all you got to do is type in /info/ the ticker. Okay, and then you look it up and it'll tell you what the market cap is. This is really what I care about the most. It's a $3 billion company. It's located in New York. Okay, and it tells you it's a cannabis operator in the United States. It operates through 2 segments, blah, blah, blah. Okay, you can read what it's about, but most of the time I'm paying attention to the market cap because the market cap will tell you if it's a penny stock or if it's, a larger cap, and based on how big the market cap is normally the risk tolerance. So if it's under 3 billion, Okay, it's normally on our altcoin watch list. So I just added that into our list we're going to go through here in just a second. Okay, with a bunch of other names that are under a $3 billion market cap. So I'm going to count this as $3 billion just because where it's at. You had Curaleaf, and the other one was TSFND, which was this one, which I added. So I could add an alert to that one now for us. And that'll go ahead and call that out over in the Discord as well. I just got to set this alert. This one right here. Okay. Small bang. That'll be called out over there. So that one's in the list now. It's just consolidating right on its 50 right now. So that looks interesting. Again, I'm playing the actual ETF. MRND is another one. So you guys get the point. When you buy ETFs like that, and this one's on the OTC. So that's an interesting way to play the OTC market. Yeah, that's really interesting. But I'm playing the ETF, folks. I am playing the absolute ETF, MSOS. I'm not playing those individual. It's like buying all those together. Okay, when I buy a share, it's buying each one of those. I'm buying every single one of these things when that happens. And you can see how they're weighted right here. 4.8%, right? 3.95%. So that's just kind of how those work. But yeah, I took a position because, again, we're really close to that 50 week there. So cannabis, any cannabis stocks you guys request, I'd probably be a buyer right now on the next set of green dots. I think they're getting right into the place where we want them to be. Cannabis got racked. I mean, it's been 4-year downtrend. That's a long time. Everybody and their mother has forgot about cannabis stocks. Okay, and no one's going to be talking about them until they're back up here at $100, right? When they went 100,000x. It'll be like crypto back in 2021 where everyone's losing their mind buying Dogecoin. Right, they're buying up here at 60 cents on Dogecoin, and it dipped all the way down to 4. They got killed, okay? They got murdered, dead on the battlefield, okay? That's what happened with cannabis. Everybody that got in at the beginning got absolutely crushed, forgot about it. Now we're breaking out, ready to go, folks. I'd be a buyer of that, BRNOF, whoever requested that on the next green dot. Here's DSO, still looking good. I like DSO here. I'm still a buyer with a stop loss at 22. Those are the bottom of the wicks. Wick down to the 50, wick down to the 50, stochastic on the floor, the white wave on the floor. Okay, we got the blue wave below 0. Next green dot will be the spot, but right now you're getting it at a pretty good price. Okay, you're getting it at a 13% premium. So when I talk about the premiums, again, that's just how far it is off of our mean. Our mean is the target we're looking to buy at. Okay, we want to buy around this price at all times. Okay, 13% right now. My general rule personally is 15%. 15% is my general rule. That's when I start buying. Okay, that was at 0%. 0% if you bought those wicks down. Okay, and they got sucked right back up. But 13% right now, I'm a buyer of DSO. Next green dot will be the confirmation. And how I would play this, I go 50% now on the Doji right here, 13% premium, and then 50% on the next green dot because of where we're at. We're at the bottom of the wave right now. Bottom of the wave was over here last time in June. What happened? $8 up to 50. You're talking about a 600-700% move there. Okay, so 22 is your stop. DSO looks good. Good call out on AMD too. This is a chip maker. Okay, all the chip makers just in a massive run right now. Okay, looking good. 139 is the level. Okay, you could play this one, but again, they got earnings. So see how their earnings go. You could play 50% before earnings, 50% after if that's how you want to play it, but it is coming down there into the 50. I'd be a buyer here with a stop loss at 139. Biggest confirmation you could wait for though is the green dot. So wait for that price action to settle down and give you the go. Right? You want that signal, bang, that'll be your confirmation. There's nothing telling us that we could bounce right here, but this is the level you want to play if you were to play it here. Is about 140. Okay, because again, you're sitting at a pretty small premium off of the mean. Okay, 7%. So again, if our level breaks, right? You could hold all the way down to the 4-year, which is 27%. But I don't think this is a bad place to accumulate it. Okay, it was time to buy it right here. It was time to buy it right here. Okay, and again, right here, that was every time we went down there and touched that blue line. Here, 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 here. Okay, that was close to it. Okay, and then we break below it. Don't buy, don't buy, don't buy, don't buy. Break up, buy it here, buy it here, buy it here. Okay, it's going to tap a number of times. So I like AMD here. I'd be a buyer of that name too. I'm going to go ahead and add that one in and go ahead and set the alert. Okay, so we're covering that list on Saturday again. Saturday here, same time, 7 p.m. New York time. Every Saturday, every Wednesday, we're tapping in. If you guys got requests, just make sure you drop them over here inside the channel. Okay, and we'll go ahead and get Shelly's algo there here in just a second. I'm going to go ahead and add that one in because I don't think we did cover that one yet. I don't want to check it. Boom. Okay, very nice. AMD, though, yeah, looks good. 140. Green dot will be the confirmation. NVIDIA, okay, getting back down here, still a fallen knife in my opinion. I want to buy it closer to 560. I still think it's way too expensive. It's like a $3 trillion market cap right now. That's like more than a lot of companies in the world. Like, that's insane. XLM, I'm still a holder here. I reduced my position. Took about a 10% loss on it. And, you know, I'm still in it, though. I'm still playing it, looking to add again on the next green dot, looking to double my position on the next green dot on XLM. We're still consolidating here right on the 50. So, again, no one's talking about XLM until it gets up here. Okay, this monthly chart looks extremely bullish, too. We're just grinding up, waiting for this, boom, big breakout here. I think it's coming soon. We got the green dot last week, and they just flushed everybody out that didn't belong. Okay, flushed everybody out. 10 cents is the level we're watching. And, yeah, still a holder looking to buy on the next green dot on XLM. I had way too big of a position on XLM. I'm going to be honest. I had a big, massive position. I think that's why I got emotional and got flushed out a little bit. I did take some off because I was worried about Bitcoin, right, and going down to the 50 week, but that happens, okay? We're looking at the chart now, and things are fine. So, again, I sold it like 10.50 or 10 cents, right? And then now it's at 11, so I missed out on 10% coming back up. And if it goes the other way, great. I can always get back in on the next green dot, folks. I should have been taking my position up here, taking profits up here on the white dotted line. That was my opportunity to get out. Okay, and I didn't do it, and I paid for it. I lost 10% on the trade. Okay, I was up 20%, and I lost 10%. So I was a little disappointed on that trade, but it's okay. Okay, we're not going to win every single one. But we can just learn from our mistakes and get smarter. That was the only bad trade we had in that whole bull run. We're still up well over, I think, 200% on the whole portfolio. Still up like 40 grand on the year. So we're still good. Okay. We're still golden. Okay. And we're getting ready to attack. We're not freezing up here. Getting ready to attack. Waiting for these green dots here on XLM. But that's a nice doji candle this week. I don't think this one's ever going to break 9 cents. Okay. The current level you could be playing is around 10 cents if you want to add here. I'm still holding a position, like I said, but I'm looking to average down again on the next green dot. Okay, on that next green dot. I actually want to look at the daily on this one. It's coming up there into the 200. So we really got to get some volume here over the next couple days to reverse here. But I'm looking at the weekly here, and we're literally sitting on the floor here. Okay, we're pretty close. Next week, this should be at 0. Okay, white wave way down there. White wave was down here last time. Boom, ripped up. Okay, buying down here, selling up here. Okay, not freezing up here, folks. Monthly chart still looks good, too. We're waiting for this move here. Bang. Send it, baby. XLM's still good. I'm still a holder. Looking to buy on the next green. VeChain also increased my position on this week. I want to increase it again on the next green dot. This consolidation is just getting me going here, folks. Like, it's massive. Buyer stepping in, buyer stepping in, buyer stepping in, buyer stepping in. They're trying to flush it down, but the buyers are too strong down here at 3 cents. And eventually they're going to get exhausted here, and I think the bulls are going to win. Okay, direction on this one's still looking good too. I think this one has some serious room to go. And I will look to sell when this blue stochastic gets back up here at the white dotted line. As of right now, I'm eating it up. We just got the golden cross. Okay, 3 cents is extremely strong support down here. Extremely strong support at 3 cents. Green dot will be the go, folks. Green dot will be the go. Looks good at 4. Looking to add on the next green dot on VeChain. CWS, Crowns. That one doesn't look like it's on Coinbase, but 35 cents. Wow. Yeah, this looks like really low market cap here. CWS is what this one is. I doubt it's even on our thing. It's so small. CWS, USD. Crypto. About a $4 billion company. Oh, sorry, 4 million? Is that right? Holy smokes. That's like nothing, folks. That's nothing. Okay, that's a penny stock right there. You got a green dot here too. CWS. Holy smokes. What just happened? How do I get my screen back here? Give me a sec. CWS, was that one? Was that what that one was called? Yeah, crowns. Yeah, that looks really interesting. Whoever called that out, very nice. If you're gonna play it, yeah, God, that stop loss is brutal. Okay, 49 cents, $4 billion company. That's nothing, dude. Nothing. Stop loss at 49. Okay, on the green dot there. Looks interesting. I'm gonna go ahead and call that one out. Whoever called that out, I don't know. It's an interesting play. I know nothing about the company. It's literally a $4 billion company. So, like, that's literally pennies. Like, that's the smallest I've ever seen. And of course, you can't buy it on Coinbase. You got to buy it on KuCoin. Here's Woo. Woo looks good too. Woo woo. I like that. I like that. I like the name. Kudos to whoever came up with that. $619 million company there. It is a liquidity network connected traders, exchanges, institutions, DeFi platforms. That sounds interesting. And I like it here. I like the 22-cent stop loss. I think it looks good. I think it looks really good. It's not going to be on my watch list, though, because it's not on Coinbase, but it's sitting right on our average, sitting right on the mean. I say you start your position here. MLT, same thing. Started around here. You got the wave down here. You got the stochastic down here. You're sitting actually below the mean, just a little bit below the mean. Okay, so you're getting it at kind of a discount right here. You're talking about a little 20% discount, and the candle's just right on that level. And again, when the wave's down here, okay, that's when you want to look to take position. Again, wait for the green dot to be absolutely sure if you want to be sure. But again, I like to average. I like to average in on my positions. I don't like to take a full position. I like to buy when it makes sense. It makes sense the first time when the wave gets down there, and the second time it makes sense to get in on the green dot, right? That way you're sizing in. They call it sizing in your position. So that looks good. Just again, the best thing you can do is wait for confirmation if you want to be absolutely sure. But it's sitting right on the average. Here's open. Too new of a coin for me to really tell you anything. I couldn't tell you nothing. Not data for me to go off of. CLAX, ugly. Okay, don't touch this one. That's ugly. Okay, again, below the 50. GRR, ugly, below the 50. FNDF, Schwab Fundamental Large Cap Companies. That's more of a less risky play. Not really interested in that one. Horizon. No thanks. I think I called these ones out. I was watching CNBC, and these are the recommended stocks you're getting at the bottom of the screen. Bunch of trash cans, yo. Trash cans. Okay, we're calling out things like KAS, baby. Look at that. Up above the 50 in an uptrend. They want you watching things like Warner Bros. Look at that. That's what the smart money wants you trading. Fucking garbage. KAS. Oh my God, they're garbage, dude. 10 cents. Look at that. Okay, you know, I bet you those companies have to pay to get those spots. So they're probably just paying for advertising, and they're just throwing them up there. Like, hey, buy our shitty stock and our shitty company so I can sell you my shitty shares. Bunch of mooks. That's smart money, though. Those are the people that control the markets, right? Smart money is the billionaires, the hedge funds, right? All the smart people, all the people that own the media channels that are dumping it on you. Because they'll start pumping Bitcoin up here to you guys. That's all they'll be talking about, right? And you guys will get on there, and not you guys, because you guys know what you're doing, but the majority of retail, the sheep, like, oh, Bitcoin's at 100K, I should buy one. No, dude. You should have been buying at 18. You should have been buying at 18 down here off the green dot on the indicator, right? You should have been buying down here. Bang! 18. That's when you start talking about it, okay? You don't want to buy up here to... I mean, you can trade it now, but, I mean, CNBC is not talking about it telling you to buy down here because they're slowly accumulating it, right? They're smart money, okay? They're not dumb. They're not buying it up here. They're buying it down here. And then they're selling it to you guys because they'll pump it on the news. And in order for them to sell it, you guys need to buy it. So that's just kind of how it works, folks. So they can't sell it unless you guys are buying. So that's why it's very important to understand what you're listening to when it comes to this stuff. Okay, don't be doing what Jim Cramer does. He's a troll. He's a clown. He's their little puppet. Okay, he says whatever they tell him to say. 10 cents is the level here on KAS. I like this one too. I'd be a buyer with a stop at 10. Next green dot will be the tell. Okay. You can anticipate it now and wait for the green dot, or wait for the green dot. So 50% now, 50% on the green dot. I like doing 50% when this hits the ground. I think it just makes sense. And we're above the 50. Okay, and then 50% on the signal, boom. Then you're averaging in, bang. Okay, you got a good price. Here's Hoppy. Also coming down there into the 50. That looks good. Just make sure that one holds 17. Okay, again, best thing you could do is wait for the green dot there. TLOS. This one looks interesting. Is this one on TLOS USD? Not on Coinbase. Not on Coinbase, but looks really interesting. Okay, really interesting there. 23 cents is the stop. TLOS. TLOS. Bang. $160 million company. Network powering the future company, blah, blah, blah. Independent blockchain analysis. Blocktivity. What's the blocktivity for the day, folks? They come up with all these fancy names. It's funny. It's an interesting project, whoever called this one out. I like it. I like it. Stochastic down here. That green dot should come next week. I think you buy this one. Okay, you buy it with a stop loss at 23. Here's Theta. Also, wave way down here, wave way down here. Okay, stochastic ain't quite on the floor yet, but you got a nice doji candle. My stop loss level is 148. Okay, I'm averaging in this week and then buying the next green dot. Okay, 50% now, 50% on the next green dot. Here's VVS. And again, if you're using that cadence, you have to use a stop loss at 150, because if that breaks down, we're going to be wrong. But momentum looks like it wants to go up next. Okay, big buyers stepping in, big buyers stepping in. Okay, they're not letting the price fall there. Here's VVS, sitting pretty close to its 50-week moving average as well. Doesn't look bad. I'd be starting a position here. Again, looking to add on the next green dot. Wait for the green on this one, though. This is super low market cap, dude. This is on the Chronos blockchain. I used to own some of this. I actually like their website stuff when it comes to DeFi. It's an interesting play, for sure. Monthly, you got a doji there. I don't know what the hell happened here, but wow. What's the daily saying? Yeah, the daily's back on the 200. So I'd be a buyer of VVS here at these levels. Okay, 50% now, 50% on the next green dot. I don't think you can buy that one on Coinbase, but you can get that one on Crypto.com, I believe. Here's the SPY. Okay, it's actually holding up pretty nice so far this week. Two nice green candles. Okay, we're bouncing on the 50 there. Okay, momentum's still kind of pointing down here, but we'll see what happens, folks. We'll see what happens. We still got a lot of earnings coming. I was kind of hoping for a drop back to 480. That's still in the cards, but we could be sure on the SPY when we get this. Okay, when we get that thing right there. We could see a little bounce here and maybe get a little bit of a bull trap. Okay, little bull trap here, flush. Okay, oh, we're going back up, flush. Okay, that happens too. Okay, that happened that was back here, right? Going up. Okay, there was a bounce. Nope, flush. Okay, so you got to be careful of that. But this trend is still very strong. We got a lot of levels we can bounce on. So the next green dot will be sure, but I like the inside candle this week. So I think in the short term, we could see some upside. We just want to wait till we get a little bit more confirmation of that. Okay, the green dot will be the absolute tell. Here's VXV. This one looks good too. Bouncing right there on the 50. Again, I'd be 50% now, 50% on the next green dot, touching the 50 here. White waves down there. Stochastic's kind of curling. Next green dot will be the tell there. Okay, 50% now. When it's next to the 50, 50% on the next green dot is the way you average it on that one. Here's base. Okay, that one's just pumping. Okay, I got no data for you here. Okay, you'd probably be in on the hourly, maybe trading this. No, you can't even trade the hourly. I couldn't tell you. There's just no data for me. Gold, look at that. Gold's got a red dot. So I think there's going to be some money coming out of gold now going into Bitcoin. Okay, gold's had a nice pop up here. Okay, there's the red dot. Where are they going to put their money when they sell? Okay, because that thing needs to pull back. It always pulls back into the 50. Gold does. Okay, pull back into the 50. Pull back into the 50. Come on down. Okay, gold's never sitting at this big of a premium. Everyone's freaking out about gold. 12% return, dude. Oh, man. 12%. People lose their minds. Peter Schiff, he's on Twitter losing his mind. He's blowing his wad. Okay, 12%. Oh, my gosh. Oh, 12% on gold. No one cares about gold, dude. Nobody cares. Sell it. Sell your gold. Buy Bitcoin. Who cares about the gold standard? Like, I just don't see it, folks. I don't see it. I think we're topping here. I think gold's topping out at 2,400 after a big, massive 10% move. That shit cracks me up, dude. All those boomers. Oh, gold. Yo, let's buy gold. Who gives a shit about gold, dude? The world is not going back to the gold standard, folks, unless the grid goes out. Okay, that's where crypto people are going to be wrong. That's where people like you and I are going to be wrong, is if the grid goes out. But like I tell you guys, that's the only risk to crypto, in my opinion. And at that point, all you're going to worry about is guns, shelter, and food. Okay, you're not going to care about what your money's doing that day or anything like that. You're going to care about survival. Okay, we do this on a weekly basis because we don't have to pay attention to it all day long. We can go do other things with our life. Okay, we're not sitting in front of our computer for 8 hours a day day trading. We're literally making decisions based on weeks to months. Okay, here's QQQ also pulling back here as well. Okay, momentum still to the downside. I want to wait for a little bit more confirmation of a bottom. I'd like to see a doji here. I think we could do one of these for a while. Just chop around. Back to the 50. Okay, touch the 50 and go. We want to buy as close to the 50 as possible. Still sitting at quite a big premium there on QQQ. That is the tech sector. Here's SoFi still just being a little rascal. Okay, but it's giving you a doji this week. So when's their earnings? Okay, they got earnings this week, guys. They got earnings on the 29th. The 29th, they got earnings. So how I like to play earnings is 50% before, 50% after, because again, if they miss their earnings, it's going to dip. Like if they fuck up or something and they got to sell shares, right? They're going to, boom, right? Someone's going to take profits. So it's always a gamble on that. So that's why you have to do 50% now, 50% after. But I like where it's at. Technically, we're down here, right? Down here. Yes, we're below the 50, but we're also right on it. Technically, right? It's not perfectly accurate. We're literally within like 10% of it. So if it's within 15% on the downside or 15% on the upside, it's okay to buy, in my opinion. You're buying it at a 15% premium if you're on the downside. And if you're above at 15%, you're buying it at a 15% premium. If you're buying it at 15% below, it's at a discount. Okay, it was right there at a discount. Okay, and then it bounced. So it bounced at this level last time. We are making a higher high. Okay, 640 is the support there. That'd probably be the true stop loss. I just say $6, and I'd honestly be a buyer here. I'd be a buyer, not playing on fundamentals, just technicals, looking at this, and I'd look to sell when this blue wave or this blue line gets back up here at the white line. Okay, and again, I have to have a stop loss at 642. So if I'm taking a position here, I'm literally risking right 12% to the downside. That's my risk. Okay, 12% if I'm wrong. Okay, but if I'm right, and this thing goes back to where it was over here, that's 60%. So those are your odds. Okay, you're risking 12% to make 60. So, I mean, you do the math, guys. You do the math. Here's PLTR, still coming down. Okay, let's wait a little bit longer on this one. It's still grinding down. I think it's going to come back down here into the 50 just like it was. And I think it's going to have another bounce. Okay, and I think it's going to keep going. I think this trend will continue. So let's wait on this one. Again, wait for confirmation or wait for a doji. Okay, once we get the doji or a really small inside candle like this, this is where we want to accumulate right here. Bang, 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 bang. Bang, 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 bang. Okay, not buying. It's still grinding. Still grinding down. If you could buy it at 18, get it. Okay, they probably got earnings coming up here too. Okay, their earnings is the 6th. So they got a couple weeks, 2 weeks for that. So my buy target would be between 19 and 18. If you get it at that price, great. Again, be mindful of earnings, and I do like that it's coming down into the 50 here. So I think this one's going to set up again shortly. I'm going to put that one on the looking to buy list as well. Yeah, I'll go ahead and add SoFi in there too, just because I want to see what it does there. Last request of the day. Oh, sorry, we got AVAX. 2920 is the level. Okay, 2920 is the level we're watching, and that bounced perfectly on the 50 there. Getting an inside candle this week. I'd go 50% now, 50% on the green dot. Good place to average down here, right above the 50. You're sitting at a way better premium than you were over here at 60. Okay, you're a lot cheaper now. You're sitting at from about a 17%. So that's like within 2% of the parameters. Okay, if you can get it closer to 29, great. That's why I like to average in here. If it dips down to 29, boom, buy it again. And then, boom, your average price goes from 37 down to like 33 if you buy it at 29. So 50-50 is a good place to decide on your positions. You could do 25, 25, 25, 25, 4 different ways. It's really personal preference to however you're comfortable with. I personally do 50 and 50 most of the time because I like to anticipate. Algo looking good. Woo! Looking real good here. 14%. I'm sorry, 14 cents is the stop loss. I'm going to go ahead and call this one out for you guys right here. Algo looking good. Boom. Guys, and I'm posting charts on Twitter a lot of the time too. You guys get all the Twitter feed over here in the news channel along with some other news channels that are... damn, Russia's robbing J.P. Morgan. Russia to seize 440 million from J.P. Morgan. Wow. Oh, look at that. Thank the Lord, dude. Oh, come on. Look at this. Department of Transportation announces new rule for all airlines requiring automatic cash refunds if flights are canceled, delayed, or luggage is lost. That is the greatest news I've heard in years, folks. I mean, that is just unbelievable. Okay, I fly quite a bit. I live on the East Coast. My family's back on the West Coast. I'm actually in the process of moving back to the West Coast. But I fly a lot going back and forth. I can't tell you how many times my flights have been delayed or canceled or whatever, and it's just a ridiculous amount of time to get a refund. But now there's an actual law that is automatic, like, boom, you automatically get refunded. That's beautiful, dude. Thank you, Department of Transportation. That's great news on my birthday, man. U.S. President Biden officially signs bill to ban TikTok. That sucks. My TikTok channel's pretty hypey. That's ridiculous. I can't believe they're doing that. Okay, that's ridiculous. God dang it. Oh, I see what they're trying to do. Oh, okay. They're trying to get China to sell it to America. Not a bad strategy, I guess. I mean, that's interesting. That's the interesting stuff right there. Because they're going to lose a lot of their... I mean, America's probably what's buying all their stuff, you know? So, if America, quits using their platform, they're going to lose a lot of money, and they're not going to be worth as much. So, that's a pretty big power move by... I know it's not Biden doing it, because he doesn't even know how to put together a sentence, but whoever's in charge, they're going to give Biden credit, of course, but... Somebody's doing the right thing there. If America get their hands on that and out of China's hands, playing hardball like that, hey, kudos to them. I don't think they're going to ban it. I think there's just too much opportunity. I don't know how they would even pull that off. They'd have to do something with Apple or something like that, and that's going to be weird. That's going to be really weird. Here's Algo, 16 cents though is the stop on that. I'm anticipating on this doji candle here. Okay, that's a nice move. Okay, we're buying Algo this week. That's 50% in now, 50% later. Algo looks good here. Okay, Algo looking good. Okay, 50% now, 50% later. Momentum pointing up here on the weekly chart, baby. That's it for chart requests. Let's look at our altcoin watch list. I'm going to scan through this pretty quickly. ONDO is still I'd say a sell on this one. WCF, that one needs to come down a little bit more for me. Still a little too high. AXL doesn't look bad here. This is AXLR. AXL. I want to actually look this thing up here real quick. $73 million company. So yeah, that's pretty small. I'm gonna go ahead and add that one to the look into buy list. Again, stochastic down here on the floor. We're getting an inside candle. 89 cents would be the stop loss. What do they do? Interchain communication. That means DApp users can interact with any asset, any application, or any on-chain with one click. You could think of it like Stripe for Web3. Stripe is a very credible company. If you guys don't know what Stripe is, but this looks interesting. Okay, I like this one here. That one's on the look into buy list. GFI, still a seller. That one. ABT, don't like it. ACE-HP, too high on the stochastic. Here's one, SNX on the floor here. Okay, sitting at a little discount today. Okay, stop loss on this one's going to be the wick that we got there at 240. Again, stochastic on the floor. We got the white wave starting to point up. Give me a sec here. Okay, SNX here, like I said, the stop loss is going to be 240. It's sitting right on its 50 week here. Doji candle would be nice, okay, but that probably will come next week if these levels continue to hold here. Again, stochastic sitting on the floor. I'd probably be looking to buy that one this week too. Okay, starting a position on that. Here's ACS. That one got rejected on the 50. I'm taking that one off. Koval. Koval, I wanted to come down a little bit more. A little too high for me. Here's Badger. Badger looks good. Stop loss is going to be 330. Okay, I'm adding that one to look into buy list. Okay, looks good. Watch for some of this. Okay, watch for some of that. We're sitting right on the 50. So again, you're getting it at the mean. Okay, right next to the mean right now. Okay, nice pullback there. RN, or was that RBN? Still too high for me. Yeah, nope. AERO. I had one of you guys asking about this the other. I think we need a series of red candles. We need a serious pullback to like 50 cents on AERO. If you got in on this one, great. I think someone actually called this out in the Discord when it first came out. I didn't act on it, but I definitely watched it go all the way up to $2.80. I looked for a pullback and a bounce. Okay, we're not there yet. TRAC, stochastic is on the floor there. I want to buy it closer to 69 cents. I'm waiting for a green dot on that. ARPA looks good around 6 cents. Again, stochastic still not quite there. Mask still coming down. New level to watch on that's going to be 278. RCL, nice doji there. Okay, this one looks strong too. I don't know what this is, but that looks really strong off that doji candle. Holy smokes. Holy smokes. What is this one, dude? RCL. USD. This is not RLC. My bad. Like, whoa, that's a cruise company. RLC. How big is this market cap? 208 million. It's on the Ethereum platform. Decentralized apps. This is going in the look in the buy list. That's purple. Okay, I'm actually going to add an alert just to be sure on this one. Sometimes I'll miss these. I'll always catch them in our video because we cover this once a week, like I said. So it never gets biased on the week, but sometimes I'll miss the alerts. That's why we scan this once a week. But momentum's looking to the upside there. I like this one. This is probably my favorite pick of the day here. RCL. Okay, that looks really strong. That's a $200 million company on the blockchain of Ethereum there. Okay, looks good. What do we got? Metis. Metis looks good too. New level to watch is 50. That one's on the look into buy list. Bang. Looks good. Right on the 50 again. 50% now, 50% on the next green dot. I think is how you play that one. Zeta. I got no info on that one, so that one's just not going to be anywhere. ILV down to the 50 here, 81. 81's where we're bouncing here. Again, boom, stochastic there on the floor. We got the white wave down there. Level to watch is 81. I'd wait for the green dot of the next doji. I think you can start averaging in here. I think you're within our standard of 15%. Yeah, you're sitting at about 15% premium right now. So you can go 25% now. You can go 50% later. Right, it's whatever you want to do on these altcoins, but this is a good looking chart setting up. So I'm adding that one into the look into buy list again. I'm going to drop these lists for you guys over here inside the Discord after this as well. I just want to scan through it real quick. IMX looks good. Nice bounce off the 50 there. Okay, your stop loss level's 173. Stochastics on the floor, white waves on the floor. Green dot will be the tell, but I think you buy that one here. IMX is a buy this week. REQ. That one bounced pretty nicely, but I want to buy it closer to 11 there. Doesn't look bad, though. Okay, big wick down. Now they sucked it right back up. I think that one's an even lower market cap. Again, if you guys want to use this info tool, just /info and then type your ticker in, and it will pull up all the information about it. So this is a little smaller one. It's been around since 2017. $104 million companies. That's really low. Okay, if you want to play this one, use a stop at 10 on REQ. Here's XYO. Also looks good. Closer down here to closer to the 50. I like it. I like this one as well. I'd probably be starting a position either this week or next week. Okay, waiting on the green dot for absolute confirmation. You got FIDA coming down here into the 50. New level to watch on that one is 25. That's going to be your stop loss. I don't think it's going to break that. Again, another altcoin available on Coinbase, I believe it is. You got to use a stop loss at 25. Best thing you can do is wait for the green dot on the trading indicator down here. And if you guys are just tuning in again, you guys can get all the trading indicator, everything we use here on this channel by coming over here, clicking this link. It takes 2 seconds to load this into your trading view account and to use it for yourself. And you will get all of these green and red dots. You'll be able to see everything that I see here on the channel. Okay, you'll be able to see the candles. You do have to use the Hikashi candles. Okay, if you come down here, I use these candles. So if you guys are using the normal candles or the line or anything else, you're going to get different signals than I am. The ones that I use are this one right here. I don't even know how to say that. Hakian Ashi. I don't know, but those are the candles I use. I don't use the candles, the hollow candles, the bars. I use these candles right here. Okay, it looks like they got some volume candles. What do those look like? Whew, those are interesting. I actually really like those. But I use the Hakashis. Okay, the Hakashis there. So if you guys are obviously wanting the same signals as me, you got to use those candles and not any of these other ones. To change your candles, you just come up here to the drop down and click on this right here. Bang. That will load those, and then you'll see everything the way I see it. That's the only setting you have to change on your trading indicator when you purchase it over here from the Discord channel. All the EMAs, the trading indicator, everything you see on my chart is going to load. And again, if you previously downloaded the trading indicator, what you want to do is if you want to see this white momentum wave, all you got to do, it's added in. You just have to come over here to the drop down menu, drop down that dot. You come over here to the settings, and then click this show fast WT. WT stands for wave trend. So this is just a faster version of this version. The blue wave is the normal wave trend, but this is just a faster version than this. So the blue wave normally follows the white wave. So when the white wave's down here and starting to show momentum to the upside, that most likely means the blue wave will lag a little bit, but do the same thing in the future. So once these candles start getting smaller, that's normally when you see a push up. And when the stochastic's sitting down here on the floor like it is, it's go time, baby. We're sitting in a good position here on FIDA too. TIA, I like this one. Okay, you guys have been calling this one out for a couple weeks. I'd say the level on that one to play is about 850. Okay, set a stop loss at 850 if you're playing this doji, but that's the stochastics on the floor there. Here's the daily, still trending a little bit below it. I mean, the true stop loss is actually going to be down here at, I'm going to say $7. I set it at 9 though. You don't want to risk that much. That's about a 50% risk. So as long as 9 holds here, you could probably start a position on this doji, anticipating that green dot next week. But again, you're anticipating at that point. I don't got any data down here for you, so that's a pretty ugly candle there. They did wick it back up, so that one's up to you. There's not a lot of data I could tell you though, but if you're long term on the project, I would say you maybe start a position here on that doji, because that is a nice doji candle. And with Bitcoin giving a doji candle as well, I told you guys it's about a 50-50 flip, but I think the odds are going more and more in favor as we continue to consolidate here between 64 and 66. Okay, I think buyers will step in and we will get a bounce if that holds into Sunday. Remember, we get new candles every single Sunday. We get a new one that forms. Okay, so a new one comes out, and then boom, you're ready to go. When a new candle forms, that means a new dot will form. Okay, this moves and this moves on Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern time. Here's BIT. Still too high for me. IOTech's getting down there. Okay, this one's trying to set up here as well on a doji. I'd say the true level's down there at 4, but I like it down here. Okay, I'd probably be a buyer of IOTX this week. 50% now, 50% on the green dot. Gala getting down here as well. The stochastic's just a little too high for me. I want to buy it closer down here. I'm gonna hold off on that one and wait a little bit. Velo, no data for me. XCN, okay, still trending below the 50 week, but it is still in an uptrend. So it is making a higher high. I don't know what happened here, but it got absolutely annihilated. I actually want to see the market cap of this. $54 million. That's really low. I'm gonna watch this one this week too. Okay, I'm gonna set a green dot alert on that. Okay, that's getting down there. And again, it is below our 50 week, but whatever this was kind of messed the whole 50 week thing up. What I'm looking at is a higher low forming here. So if we're gonna get this action for the next couple of weeks, just light candle, light candle, light candle, boom, here comes the volume, rip. Okay, that should be good. I'd be starting my position here. You got the white wave starting to point up here too, meaning momentum of the wave trend starting to point up. So we're kind of anticipating this starting to curl here. Candles are getting smaller. Green dot will be the tell, but that one's going on the looking to buy list this week. TVK, still a little too high for me off the 50. QI looks good. This is an AVAX ecosystem. I'm going to throw this one in looking to buy. Stochastic back on the floor. Again, white wave starting to point up here. Okay, bouncing on the 50 week. Looks good. Stop loss is 0.013. GAL, turning the corner here. This is an interesting project. I don't know what it does, but 347 is the level to watch there again, pointing up, stochastic round. And here's Suki, red dot this week. I'm selling. Okay, taking profits here. Want to buy it closer to the 50. SEI, this one broke that level, but there were buyers down there. You can see it got sucked back up. Boom, stochastic down here on the floor. Wave trend is pointing up. Okay, you're missing a green dot. That green dot will come next week if we break out over 67. Okay, 56 is the current level we're watching. Oh, man, that one's, I mean, if you're risking only 4 cents right here on the trade if you're using a stop loss at 56, but true stop loss is down there at 40, to be honest with you. 40 is your stop loss. Okay, average in here on the doji. If it comes down, you can average back again. If it breaks out, right, you can average in again. You're starting 50% now, 50% later. I don't think you could beat that strategy. I'm going to go ahead and add this one. Okay, looking to buy list. And again, I'm going to post this for you guys over here in the Discord. Okay, I'm going to post this for you guys over here in the Discord. Let's get through the rest of these names though. Here's FET. I'm still a seller of that. RNDR. This one looks interesting. Use a stop loss at 633 on a trade on the doji. Again, I'd go 50% now, 50% on the last green dot. Now that we're getting down here. ZRX coming down there into the 50. This one looks good. I'd be a buyer here. That one, 41 cents is the level. Okay, that one's coming down again. Stochastic on the floor. White wave on the floor starting to point up. Okay, we're missing the green dot, but we can anticipate that with only being 10, 15% off the 50 here. Okay, big breakout above it. Pull back into it. This is where we want to buy. We want to buy the bottom of the wave, not the top of the wave. ZRX is going on the looking to buy list. I want to go ahead and look that one up real quick too. Real protocol. $446 million company there. So yeah, paying attention to that one. Make sure it holds 41. Looking for the green dot. RDR. CGen coming down there. I'd be a buyer of that name here. AVT also looks good. Okay, nice doji this week. Again, waiting on the green dot for confirmation. Here's CLV. Okay, need the confirmation. Okay, nice doji. Okay, I don't think it's going to break 6 cents. So 6 cents is the stop loss. Okay, I want to buy in this range now. Okay, I want to buy in this range. Typically on red days. I want to be buying green days. I want to be buying red days down there. PRQ. Like today's a great day to be buying names that you want to own because you're buying on a red day. People want to buy on an up 8, 10% day. You want to buy on these days where your name's down 6%. Okay, in this range next to the 50, you get down 6%, you're buying in this range. Okay, don't be scared. If you're looking to take positions, okay, you should be adding to your positions once a month. If you got income from your job or wherever, the good general rule is 10% of your income. Boom, put it in your account, get ready to buy. Okay, build a cash position and then deploy the cash positions when we get back down here on the floor. Okay, not up here. We're not deploying cash up here. We're deploying cash up here. We're raising cash up here. We're selling. We're taking profits up here, building cash positions for the bottom of the next wave. Mobile, this is that, I told you, HNT. They partnered with T-Mobile, so they now have their own little altcoin here. I'm watching this, but I'm probably playing HNT. HNT, I think, is going to be one of the biggest setups we're going to get here on the channel, and that one's on the looking to buy list. What we're doing is we're waiting on a green dot on that one, on HNT. Okay, we're just waiting. I'll bring you back to that chart. Okay, it's on the looking to buy list. We're still a falling knife. So we want a doji candle. Okay, we want a doji candle or a green dot. Okay, we will get the green dot. It's going to come, folks. It's going to come. Okay, and we'll call it out. Okay, no thank you. Here's T. T's level to watch is down there at 2. I still think it looks good. You're sitting at a 14% premium, so you're within the range. We were calling this thing out down here. Okay, we called it out at 2 cents. It went up to 6. That was a 200% move on that trade. Again, if you didn't take profits, you got a little greedy. If we're up 100% on a name, we got to take some. We got to take at least half off. Take our initial out, and you can let the rest ride. But again, if you're up 200% not selling, you're greedy. Okay, because everything pulls back, and you're seeing that now. It's looking good, though. Okay, inside candle. White wave is down here. Stochastic's not close, but we'll keep an eye on that one this week. Rose, right back down there on the 50. You're sitting really close. You got a stop loss at 7. This one's on the looking to buy. I don't even think this one's on. It is on Coinbase. Is that Oasis? Yeah. Is it the Oasis network? Yeah, same thing. Okay. So let me go ahead and set an alert on this one for you guys. I'm pretty sure we already have this set. If it is, I'll just delete it later on. But that's a buy this week. Rose is one of the best looking charts I've seen, and our stop loss on it is down there at 7 cents. So you're risking 30% here, but this looks really good sitting right there on the 50. Okay, really good sitting there on the 50. Look where the wave is. Everything's looking really good down there. Okay, I really like Rose this week. SPA, Sparix. Okay, I don't know. Stochastic's too high for me. SYN, no thanks. Stochastic's a little too high. CTX, that one's trying to break out off the 9. Stop loss is 59.7. Here's Bonk. Okay, Bonk has a little candle here going on. Stop loss at the bottom of this week's candle. If you're playing that. 2 big wicks down. Green reversal candle kind of looks like that. Okay, I'd be taking your position if you want to play Bonk. I know everyone's going crazy about this, but use a stop loss at the yellow line if you're playing it this week. Okay, that's the bottom of this week's candle. Okay, just move your stop loss. Boom, right up to there. Bang. That'd be how you play that. Okay, and then here's Dash. Okay, this one's trending way below the 50. Not looking good. NKN coming right down into the 50. Stop loss is 10 cents. Okay, wait on the green dot on that one. CGC. This is a cannabis trade. Like I was talking about at the beginning, $6 is the stop loss. Just be careful. I mean, this is really risky. That's a 30% loss if you're wrong. But, I mean, if that thing breaks out, that'd be nuts. Okay. If you really wanted to play this, just set a stop loss at 743. And there's no red dot yet. So that looks like it wants more to me. Okay. Holy smokes. Okay. CGC and cannabis. I'm extremely bull. I'm almost more bullish on cannabis than I am crypto right now, folks. Like that's just what I'm looking at here on the charts. So keeping an eye on CGC. I'd say a stop loss at the bottom of this week's candle you can't go wrong with. 743 is that level. That one's going on the look at the buy list there. Waxel back down into the 50. Stop loss is going to be 90. Okay, I'd be a buyer of that name. FIS, FIS, not there yet. ACH looks good. Reversal candle there. Stop loss is 2 cents. You could probably move that thing up if you want to play the weekly candle at 3 cents. You're risking literally nothing here. Okay, but the stochastic's still a little high for me. But we are getting the momentum going to the upside here. We're getting that shift. Okay, with a nice candle here. True. Consolidate, consolidate, consolidate. This one could blast off too. I mean, that's right there on the 9. I'd use a stop loss at 10 cents. What does this thing do? TRU. TrueFi. About $134 million company. It's a DeFi lending protocol. Interesting. What's the monthly say? Yeah, it looks good, man. Okay, it wicked all the way down to the 50. You can see the buyers just stepped right back in. So you're playing this one. Use a stop loss at 10. That's about a 20% risk. But that's some serious consolidation there. Okay, I think I'm going to add that one to the look at the buy list there. Okay, that looks good. And I'd watch for a... I mean, you're getting a doji this week. So we're watching that one this week. That's more of a momentum play. Like that could freaking just blast off. So what was the market cap? 134 million. That's not very high. Okay, that's considered a penny stock in the stock market. So, YFI, I don't like this one. Okay, too choppy. Just consolidating here. UMA, that's a nice pullback there. I'm going to be a buyer of this name this week with a stop loss at $2. Okay, stochastics back down on the floor. Need the green dot for confirmation, but I think you go you're 50% of your position now with us hitting our target on the 50 week. Okay, the most important thing besides everything is just to buy at the 50 week. We want to buy at or near the mean. Okay, if we're within 15% of the mean, we're buying. Okay, because that's our average price. That's our mean. That's the target. Okay, that's our bullseye. Okay, and here's GST still, I don't know what this thing's doing. Just putting in, I don't know what they call that, a descending wedge or something like that. PYR. That one's also sitting at a little bit of a discount today. Everything's looking good. Okay, white wave pointing up. You got the blue wave down there on the floor. Got the stochastic on the floor as well. Looks good. Sitting right below our 50 week. Okay, $4 is the stop loss. Okay, looking to sell when the wave gets back up to the dotted line here, folks. Okay, that one's on the looking to buy list as well. I'm going to be a buyer of that name this week too. Stop loss at $4. And again, these are just ideas for you guys. So you guys in the end have to make your own decisions. Again, I'm just giving my analysis. Hopefully you guys learn something and can create your own set of criteria. Again, we have a set of criteria over here that I explained at the beginning of the video. 90% of people fail at this profession, folks, because they don't have a plan or they don't have the discipline to stick to that plan. Okay, it's one of those two things. So don't be the person that lacks the plan. Okay, it's easy to get the discipline after a while. After you make mistakes, you learn. But for the most part, you need the plan to start. And that's what this is the easiest plan to follow, in my opinion, when it comes to a weekly chart and people who actually have jobs and things to do throughout the day. You don't have to look at this thing every hour of the day. You can look at it, throughout the week. We look at it twice a week. We look at one watch list on one week, the other watch list on the other. You guys can form your own watch list. You guys can get my watch list over here in the Discord. I got two different ones, the 10X watch list, which is what we are covering today, and also the Overkill watch list, which is our looking to buy list. Okay, so here's BNT. That one's sitting on the 52. This doesn't look bad, consolidating nicely. This would be something I'd do some fundamental research on. Over here to, what was it, BNT USD? The Bancor network. It's on Coinbase. Yes, it is. Okay, but again, I'm entering if I want to own this for the long term. Stop loss is 62. Here's Axis. Ugly rejection off the 50 there. I do think there's some better names to own. TRB is getting way down here now. That hit a lot of stop losses there, but it's now below that 50-week moving average. So that worries me. It has to hold 40 now. I'd really wait for confirmation on this one here. Okay, confirmation will be the signal to get back in, but it just broke that low right there. But they did flush it pretty hard. So it's breaking rule number 2, being below the 50 here, and I don't want to hold my bag through a massive dip, but we are getting some massive consolidation down here on the white wave. Okay, if we do get a bounce, it's going to bounce pretty hard, I think. And it's been pretty volatile, down to 40, up to 60. Right now it's sitting at 55. So that's your call on that one. I'd wait to see where the green dot comes. 40 is the new level to watch, though. But it is now in a downtrend because we are below the 50. Here's ASM. Nice doji there. Okay, real nice doji there. Okay, so stop loss on this one. It is sitting at a little discount here, but 260. Okay, 260 on the doji entry there. Again, 50% now. That one looks interesting, folks. ASM looks interesting. Oops, just gotta paste it. Yeah. Bang. Okay, doji candle. Doji, I'm just gonna say doji for me. Bang. Okay, I'm putting that one on the look at a buy list this week. Stop loss is 2.6. Getting 50% now, 50% when we get the green dot. Here's seller, still too high for me. CVX still too high for me. ERN still too high for me. ENS sitting on the 50. Okay, start a position this week if you want to own this one. $10 is the stop loss. Holy smokes, that's a 50% drop. Okay, this thing was up at $85 in the last bull run. Okay, white wave starting to point up. Stochastics on the floor. I'm buying it this week, dude. Buying it this week. Move your stop loss up to 13.8. Okay, that's where we're trying to bounce here. Again, 50% now, 50% on the next green dot. Stop loss is truly actually 10. So again, that's 30%. That's a 30% risk to the downside. But 50% now on the mean and 50% on the next buy signal. Okay, we can never be so sure. So we're going to take two different places to enter. One when we're at our target on the 50, and the other one when we get the reversal candle. The reversal candle comes when we get the green dot. Green dot means change of direction, bang. Okay, and then selling when the stochastic hits the white dotted line. Okay, stochastic white dotted is not nowhere near the white dotted line. We're buying the bottom of the wave right now. Bottom of the wave, top of the wave, folks. ENS looks good. I actually really like ENS here. Let's see here. Bang. Keep sharing the charts with you guys, and it's messing up my signals. Okay, let's go ahead and come over here. Bang. Okay, so that alert's set. ENS will call out. I'm sorry, I want to research this and look at the market cap of it. Crypto name, sir. That's Ethereum play there. Okay, about a $1 billion company, $500 million company. So again, considered a penny stock in regards to the stock market. Very low market cap. They flushed everybody out here, so I don't think it goes lower than 10.23. I think we could bounce around in that range for a while. Getting close here, folks. Getting real close. Covered bonk, covered YFE, sellers, CVX, ERN, APT. Also sitting right on the 50. Not a bad place to take an entry. Okay, 50% now, 50% on the last green dot. 736, where we wick down here, is going to be the new stop loss. Let's go ahead and add that one to the looking to buy list. Okay, waiting on the green dot, looking to buy at the 50 because we're sitting on our average, our mean price, the price we're constantly looking for. Okay, we want to buy as close to that as possible. When we're sitting on it, we're not scared to buy it. If we want to own it long term, we want to own it long term. Okay, boom. We're not buying it up here 60% off of it. We want to buy it at it or around it within 15%, folks. 15%. Here's power. I still think this is a buy here too. Okay, we're down here on the floor. I'd still be in this one. New stop loss is 25. We're back in. Stochastic on the floor. Okay, 50% now, 50% on the next green dot. That one's in the looking to buy list. SUI. Okay, new level is 90 cents. So I see you guys asking about this one too. This is not going to break 90 cents, I don't think. So it's going to be range bound between 90 cents and wherever we're at now. Again, you can add 50% now on this little candle here and 50% on the next green dot. The stochastic is now on the floor. Okay, that is a good sign. Buyers are stepping in to buy the dip too. So I'd be a buyer of SUI here. And if it goes down to 90, I would enter in my next 10% or my next 50% of my position. So I want to get my total position size, whether that's 10% or 5% or 20%. Whatever I decide I'm comfortable with as a trader. My highest is normally 20%. On a name like this, a low cap risk that I don't know a lot about, I'd probably go no higher than 10%. So again, I'm entering 5% now if I want to buy it, because again, the stochastic is here on the floor. And we did come down here and touch that 50-week and get sucked right back up, meaning there were buyers waiting to buy it. And 50% on the next green dot signal. So I'm averaging in. Okay, here's Fort taking off here. Okay, FORT, that is a confirmed green dot there. Not confirmed because the week needs to close, but that's going to be called out here in just a second. Forta, okay, that one looks interesting. Okay, new stop loss is going to be 22 cents. I'd be a buyer. Okay, I'd be buying that on the green dot, playing the move up. Okay, I'd sell when the stochastic hits the white dotted line. You're seeing that called out here today. Looking to buy. Okay, that's confirmed. Boom. I would enter my 20% position now and set my stop loss at 22. That is a confirmed green dot. Curleaf, we already went over. That's a pot stock. And then we got BNT, which we just added and went over as well. So that's it for the altcoin watch list. What I'm going to do for you guys right now is I'm going to go ahead and share this playlist with you. So if it's on the orange list, okay, if it is on the orange list, that means those were the altcoins we're not looking to buy right at this second. Okay, that's the 10x watch list. The important list you want to watch for. Here, I'm going to go ahead and put the date on this. April 24. Okay, bang. That's that orange list. So you guys can actually click this link and it will open up here in TradingView, and you guys can actually add this to your own watch list here. So you can actually create a personalized watch list inside of here. You could follow the names you want to follow, right? You can add it to your playlist over here. This is totally available to you over here inside the Discord. Okay, and then the next list is going to be the purple list. We're going to hit this list again come Saturday this week. Okay, and we're also going to hit our red list as well. So these are the names we're not looking to buy. It's kind of like the orange list now, but these purple list is a combination of our red list and our orange list together. These are the names we're actively looking to take positions on either green dots or when it gets closer to the 50. All of these names should have their stochastic RSIs down here on the floor, meaning we're at the bottom of the wave on all these names. So you guys could see that playlist as well. I'm going to copy that and drop that over here in the Overkill watch list. Boom. So these are names we're actively looking to buy. Okay, or names that I already own. So if it's in the portfolio section, okay, these are names I'm currently in a position on, and then these are names I'm looking to add either this week or next week or within 1 to 3 weeks. And then these are just the indices. So this is like, right, Bitcoin, the VIX, SPY, which is stocks, QQQ, tech stocks, IWM is small caps. So that is, that's it, folks. That's it for this video. Make sure you guys get your chart requests in for Saturday's video over here inside the chart requests. I'd be happy to cover those again. If you guys need anything, I'll be over there in the Discord. I'm going to a baseball game tonight to celebrate my birthday. So I appreciate all you guys over here and the support. Again, if you guys haven't yet, go enter for that $1,000 Bitcoin giveaway. That drawing is going to be on May 4th. Okay, all you got to do is come over here and hit that emoji. Yes, you have to be a Spartan in order to enter the giveaway, because I'm only going to feed the people who are feeding me. That is the Spartans, baby. We got a $7 membership over here you guys can learn more about and get access to all of the stuff that we partake in. This is kind of like an OnlyFans for investing, if you want to look at it like that. Okay, but this is going to actually make you money and not cost you money. So at least that's the goal. Okay, and my goal is always to educate, never to guide you, never to tell you what to buy or sell. My goal is just to give my analysis and tell you guys what I'm thinking. Hopefully you guys could take it and learn something from it. Like I said, I've learned just as much from you guys as you have from me. Shout out to everybody in the Discord, the recruits, the Spartans, the generals, everybody that makes it keep going, baby. If you guys need anything, hit me in the Discord. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.